me like I was regular. Let's go.
Ooh, flex, right for the camera. She built like a dancer. She really a random. Really ain't nothing I cannot handle. I do not take damage. No, I do not panic. So I swing landing. No, I'm not regular. Kicking on Miley Santana. From feeling like A out of Earth. They try find me, I blend in like camel. They try line me, try hump like camel. They try line me, I came with some ammo. It's in line and I'm trimmed like a lamb. No, I'm not regular. Kicking on Miley Santana. From feeling like A out of Earth. They try find me, I blend in like camel. She try line me, try hump like camel. They try line me, I came with some ammo. It's in line and I'm trimmed like a lamb. I don't claim it, I go for the dandruff. I don't climb up when I'm with the channel. I got numbers on me, not on channel. I got numbers on me in the bank. I do my own thing, nigga, be great. And you know that I got my own tape. Open, I just have put some away. Really, they want me away. Really, because I'm too great. 1 minute, they be like, hey. Now it seems they just love me today. That is the definition that you too fake. I done pulled up in Impala, drop top. Look like old man in toupee. Ooh, fresh, right for the camera. She built like a dancer. She really a random. Really ain't nothing I cannot handle. I do not take damage. No, I do not panic. So I swing landing. No, I'm not regular. Geeking on Miley Santana. From feeling like A out of Earth. They try find me, I blend in like camel. She try line me, try hump like camel. They try line me, I came with some ammo. It's in line and I'm trimmed like a lamb. No, I'm not regular. Geeking on Miley Santana. From feeling like A out of Earth. They try find me, I blend in like camel. She try line me, try hump like camel. They try line me, I came with some ammo. It's in line and I'm trimmed like a lamb.
I start realizing they start treating me like I was regular. I removed all the regular people out of my life. Now I just talk to my ice.
No, I'm not regular.
Hey. Oh. What? Oh.
Charlie fucking Poppy, the president of Pluto.
Wait, don't ask my bitch, I ain't acting. I baptized like a bitch, or the Baptist. Praying like a be a motherfucking pre-martist. So I need to see that your ass go to work. Baby, make you shake me, the ass go to work. Never ever leaves me, I gotta go to work. My position, I pass that general. Presidential.
Yes. Wow. Okay. Yes. We have triumphed, chat. We have triumphed. We have triumphed. We have triumphed another evolution. We have triumphed another go round. We have triumphed another rebirth. Woo! Yes. Y'all. Okay. So, like I said, okay, I went in, hey, thanks for the likes. I went in the club. Just like this, mind you. Sober. Okay, they were pouring around those shots, and I had my water, and honey, I was dancing, having the time of my life. It was so awesome. Yo, bro. It was so awesome. I had to come tell y'all about it. I said, yo, I gotta tell chat. It was so fun. Y'all, I don't even know where to begin. Giving Joe Goldberg in the club. No, but okay, let me not. Let's keep it in the positive, because I don't want to throw shade, honey. I don't want to throw shade. Let's keep it in the positive. That's funny as shit. That's funny. All right. But no, for real though. But it was so fun, dude. It was so fun. It was rooftop vibes, like, yo. It was like crazy, because leading up to it, like, that's not what I had set out, that's not what I had set out to do. That's not what I had expected. And y'all, I've been talking about like we've been talking about on stream all year, all through the journey here, just following your intuition and making a choice and just doing it and not overthinking it. And it leads you, when you listen to your inner voice, it leads you to new things. Exactly. That's when it's the most fun, when it's least expected. Exactly. And just like listening to yourself. And so anyways, I had gone a different way, and then it was like so crazy leading up to it, because I was like, oh, like blah, 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 blah. I found some cool place to make some TikToks. I was like, yes, this, period. And then there was some kind of, y'all know I hate conflict, right? I've been working on that. And especially with, I had people, since people don't know how old I am, they always assume I'm younger. There are a lot of older people that like to be antagonistic and try to, they think I'm like a teenager or something. They try to boss me around or be aggressive or tell me what to do. And, I always thought it was because of me. Like, I always thought it was because of me. I was like, oh, and then I've realized now that's not the case. I mean, I've been realizing it this year, but that is just not the case. And it's sad, because I really see it now, now that, being sober, not drinking, it's sad, because I don't even think it's not even that these people are evil or like malicious or bad. It's just that they're really sad, and they cover it with alcohol, and they'll be at their grown age, like stumbling around, yelling at and harassing young people. And so I had the opportunity to step up and say something, and not like angry. I was just like, hey, like, why are you messing with the young people? Leave them alone, bro. Stagnant as hell. Yes. And she was a well-dressed, like she had, you could tell she wasn't lacking for anything. And so I was like, why are you messing with, and she was with a young girl as well, and whatever, I'm not a psychologist, let me not read into all that. But anyways, and that girl was nice too, I felt. Well, anyways, that's how it happens though, you get stuck enabling these kinds of people. But yeah, she felt attacked. They had asked like the young people to take a picture or a TikTok of them, and then she felt like the young people were being snarky to her because, okay, so she felt like they had been snarky to her, and so she started just yelling at them in the middle of the center, and they were like, okay, we're gonna go, and she like wouldn't let them go. And so I was over here like, oh, writing away in my notebook like, oh, let me make some TikToks, this is a cute area, da da da. And I was like, damn, what's this aggression going on? Like, I don't know, whatever. So anyways, long story short, I was just like, and then they like ran away because I was able to step up and diffuse. Not like for a pat on. Yes, it was just, I just felt bad because I had been in that instance before where someone, and I wish someone would have stepped in as an adult to tell the other adult to stop. And so she was telling me she was whatever, I won't go into all that, but she was like saying she was a mother and had children and stuff, and I was like, okay, like, you're a mom, that their brains aren't like fully developed. Their brains aren't fully developed yet. Like, I'm sure they didn't mean it harmful. You're probably just taking it. And then she got really mad because I said she was triggered. And she was like, I'm triggered. And I was like, yes. And then the crazy thing about it is I didn't say anything about my faith. I didn't say anything about religion. She knew. She was like, oh, well, you just have the Holy Spirit, don't you? It was cool. I can't, like, literally, y'all, I can't make this up. She was like, you did a good job. Good for you. And I was like, yeah, okay, have a good night. And I was like, the alcohol doesn't help, cover that pain. Because, thanks for the follows. I was like, the alcohol doesn't cover that pain. Like, you're okay. It's okay. Have a good night. And she was just like, exactly. She knew what she was like, you don't have children, do you? You don't know what it is. And it was like, where did that come from me saying stop screaming at young people that you asked to do something for you? And that's how it goes. So anyways, that situation happened, blah, blah, blah. I walked away and I was like, okay, let me enjoy the day. I heard some, I decided to keep going a different way. And I was like, oh, all the bars were out, everything's lit up, everyone's, and I was like, oh man, this is some good music. Like, they were playing some DJs, some Calvin Harris. Yes, that is basically what I told her. I was like, it seems like you seem triggered from something in the past that is making you act out in that way, because that's all they said, and you're that upset and screaming at them and taking time out of your life when you are well dressed, you are well taken care of, you have children, you have a home. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, that's just insane. And then she was like, and then the girl was like, let's just go, like, and I was like, damn. And then she was like, you're not triggered, she's wrong. And I was like, but that was when she said that about the Holy Spirit, good job. And I was like, yeah, those demons will get you, bro. And the alcohol doesn't cover the pain. But y'all have a good night. And then she kept yelling something, but they were, I don't know. I was like, get home safe. And I kept going, okay, so then we're moving forward. So, well, I guess this is story time now. I didn't mean to. Hey, big love. Y'all, we are 3 followers away from our next follow goal. 3 followers away from our next follow goal. Hey, thanks for the follows. And if you have Amazon Prime, it is completely free to subscribe, y'all. We are 8 subs away from our next sub goal. So, and over here, the Daily Heart Me, that is how you sub. But yeah, so I heard so I kept going. I saw some pretty lights going on, some decorated stuff. The vibes were good after that, after you clear the air. And I was not like proud of myself but I was proud of myself because I was doing something that, again, I wish someone would have done for me in instances in my life. And so, yeah, anyway. And also because I've been working on confrontation and keeping grounded, because it is interesting, because when you are able to speak truth and keep your own energy, people know. They know, like, no matter what, even if they're this, that, or the other, how old they are, how drunk they are, whatever, they know what you're saying is true. And that's what there's nothing more to be said after that. But so that's what did that for me. But so I hear some Calvin Harris going on, or some DJ going on, and I'm like, yes, okay, the energy is picking back up, we're good. And I'm like, whatever, I start dancing, moving, I go to the area, I'm doing my dancing, there's a whole shebang going on. They were playing some good music, different areas. It was just like, people were out, they were friendly, it was a good time, right? And then some other younger people came up, and then we were talking about streaming, and yeah, it was funny. But anyways, and then this is what I'm talking about with divine stuff, because we were talking about all that, whatever. And then they were like, oh, like, have you been up there and stuff? And I was like, yeah, I've been at, like, whatever, like, I don't really drink, I don't do all of that, blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, you know what, girl, you need to go have some fun. You need to go have some fun. You need to live. Woohoo! You need to live. And so I was like, you know what? Whatever. So I went up there, and y'all know me. I threw my little bag down. I grabbed my little water, and I went to the dance floor. And I was moving, and I was grooving, and I was owning the night. And it was just so awesome. It was just all different types of people, like men, women, like, all different ages, like, you know what I'm saying? And we were all just vibing and dancing and throwing it back and like, gasolina, hey! And so it was super awesome. DJ freaking rocked. And, yeah, it was awesome. I had a great time. And there was what was the other thing? Oh, okay, so I had shared on my Instagram stories, I had shared for Taylor's birthday, happy birthday Taylor Swift, and happy birthday Nene Leakes, and happy birthday Dick Van Dyke. Okay. But I had shared a clip or a picture of Taylor, and this is what I'm talking about is, y'all, sometimes I write things down, sometimes I post things, sometimes I listen to things, and then it happens, maybe not in the exact way, but in your own interpretation, it plays out. And the part I'm at, and the part I'm at in the Bible, it literally again, these prophetic people that have written books in the Bible, it has come to them through dreams, through music, through, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, through art, through, your intuition. And again, that's what Zen is, right? Following your intuition to the path to enlightenment. So all this going on, I had shared a picture of Taylor from the Eras tour with the rain, and she's singing with her guitar. Y'all, it started raining, and the Pursuit of Happiness came on. Y'all already know. I was like, this is it. This is my moment. Like, and it was just so awesome. Like, all the girlies were on the dance floor. All the dudes, like the bros were on the dance floor. Literally a movie. It felt, it definitely felt like that. They were recording, and this is what gets me. I was like, dude, I started sharing, I shared my clips on stream on my clips page. If y'all haven't checked that out, check that out. Also on I made an IG reel too, linking the vid. But there, those moments when you're like out, and y'all know I leave when I go do these things, like I leave my phone, I leave all the electronics, like I'm just out fully present, like living. And so it's like, damn, like, these, like, I wish this would have been captured on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish the chat would have got to be there with me. I wish y'all would have got to see this and like enjoyed, but yeah. But that's why I was like, dude, after that, I was like, there was all sorts of stuff. And then we were out. Yeah. I mean, just there were great people. Great people. Great stuff going on. The world's a good place. Okay. And it's crazy because, y'all, I'm on day 3 of not smoking, like, my Delta stuff, like the type of weed stuff, right? Because in Texas, weed's not legal, yada, yada. But that had been helping me with, like, my anxiety, my depression, the PTSD, all that kind of stuff. And so, so going without that, now it's, like, completely sober. Like, we've been sober, but now it's, like, nothing. Okay, so it's been really tough, like, when you're already in a tough situation and then dealing with those things, and then you don't have these coping mechanisms, right? So it's been really rough. And so getting out and having a night like this and just moving forward and believing in yourself, and holding on to your promises, your goals, and look at what can happen. Yeah, you have gratitude for the experiences. Yeah, it gives you so much gratitude for yourself and for life, and just another level of awareness. It's wild. Yeah, I'm happy I got to share that with y'all, and I'm happy I got to have some fun, and yeah. And if y'all aren't following me on Instagram, do that. Yes. Period. But y'all, my links are on my page, in the link tree. Wonton on all platforms. Okay. Juan_ton, 2 N's. Yeah. All right. Now. The only beef I do have, I'm like, yo, even the cops were vibing, bro. This lady had, and then I see these friends, and they were older too, and they were just very intoxicated. It really is sad seeing older people just do this to themselves, but that's why you gotta, choose you and just be aware. But luckily I had extra water and was able to give it to her. So, but the cops, they were just chilling around, just la-di-da-di-da. And this young couple, we were just like that T-Pain, all I do is win, and we were outside and we were like, hey, all I do is win, no matter what. And then the cops were just like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, sobriety, woo! And they were like, oh, yeah. Okay. Now I'm oversharing, but it's just like, but I was like, I love that song came on. I love that these things happen. Things just do feel very divine, and, and like, so I don't know how to put it, like, when you're not dulled, oh damn, that's what it is. Yes, I am very into horoscopes. I'm very into horoscopes and spirituality, and I got my crystals here. Okay. I'm a crystal girly. Okay. Love and peace. I'm a Scorpio though. I am a Scorpio. So we all are about passion and feeling alive, and you know, it can be one end or the other. So very extreme. But that's life, right? And that goes back to, what I was saying, like when you're not just numbing out to everything or like complacent or giving up, like just actively being. Oh yeah. I have actually I have a Scorpio candle right here from Target. Okay. It was actually from the dollar section. But yes, water signs, bro. And Jesus was a Pisces, a water sign. Get into that with the fish too, because the loaves of bread and the fish. Hey. Oh shit. Ah! These damn candles, bro. These damn candles. All I do is win, no matter what. Okay. But yes, water signs are in tune with senses beyond the norm. Yeah, very empath, which is again why that can be difficult, right? Like with staying in your own inner. It's a life. I mean, I don't know if it's like that for everybody, but I'm assuming it is. But it's a lifelong. I mean, you know, I'm at a pretty grown age. Like it's a, you know, it's a lifelong lesson, and that's not to, you know, boo-hoo on myself. That's just to say that life isn't easy, and these aren't things that people normally talk about, right? It's just about get this done, do this, picture this, post that, and look this way, and you gotta do this and go here, and you need all this and applause and all these different things, right? It's not really so much in tune about you as an individual and like your needs and your experience, which is what you have to really get into. Yes, they feel emotions that like they don't even know. Yeah. I think that's the thing too, right? Is I've been kind of experiencing, like, you know, I've been told like a lot of people that go through a lot of intensity and pain and trials and tribulation, like they have a different insight and level of understanding to just human, like emotional intelligence. Yeah, but the journey that I've been on this year and documenting and sharing with y'all is insane. It's insane because, like, you know, that's why I say these instances just feel very divine, because it's like it's been a progression and growth in my journey. And so, and you know, that's why I get so inspired and take heed. I don't even know what that word really means, but take heed from others who have really blazed their own path and made their individual experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you going to follow in what the world tells you? And like what the, you know, the school, the gov, the parents, the whoever, like, are you just going to do what everybody else says to do? Or are you going to find out your truth and who you are and listen to how you feel and what you need. And it, you know, it's not easy. Shit. Still in it. But yeah. Just W's. W's, W's, W's. Yeah, as you can... a little bit mop from all the rain, but it was freaking awesome. I'm still not over it. Ayy. Ayy. Okay. But now, after my little story time, after my little share, our little spiritual discussions, I do want to watch the vids that I had saved. I'm not gonna lie, I still haven't watched the freaking episodes of the Eras Tour, but I've seen that, like, y'all know I'm gonna binge it though. And so don't give spoilers. But if you've seen it, and I do want to know, like, feel free to share y'all's favorite parts or something. You know what I'm saying? Without giving too much away. I mean, it's not really a secret because it's like, you know, like it's been done with. It's just the behind the scenes and stuff, but you know what I'm saying. But if there are any surprises, don't tell me. Okay. Wow. Oh yeah, let me drop the Discord link in the chat. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the only beef that I do have is they started to play Super Freaky Girl, the remix with JT and Bia and everyone. And tell me why he cut off before Nikki's part. I mean, everything happens for a reason. Maybe I wasn't supposed to go that ham, but I was just like, damn. Fab. Hey. All right. No new TikToks, actually. No new TikToks today. I know. But but the clips page does have new ones. Oh. Hold on. Oh, it didn't update yet. Damn. Hold on.
Happy birthday to me.
Crap. Here we go. Finally, literally, I have not put any on the page since going to see Speed and his team and all that. Like, but here we are. She has done it. Chat. Oh. Wait.
Even the common souls, they don't dance and tell. We lose the cities. You'll never see our screen. Not very pretty, but we sure know how to learn things. Even the common souls, they don't dance and tell. We lose the cities. You'll never.
I was dancing and this duck came up to join me. was dancing and this duck came up to join me.
Yeah. That duck was a kindred spirit. Love. I actually don't have an animal. I don't have an animal story today. I mean, my cat's being cute. I don't have an animal interaction though today, y'all. And y'all know I love having animal interactions. Oh, okay. I was so happy though because y'all know I love Jane Goodall. Love Jane Goodall. R.I.P. But I had shared something from her France page, and they had that account had liked my share, and so that meant a lot. I was like, wow, that's nice. How do I freaking get to what I'm trying to do? Like, bro, I don't want to look at all those subs. I'm trying to look at my stuff. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Okay. Literally, AMP. We have a AMP video, Speed video, and Mr. Beast video. And there is, I was saying, ooh, because I do have this tea time with Raven and Miranda saved, but that's kind of long. And well, we're definitely going to get into that, though, because it's Halle Bailey, or Haley. Damn, how do you say? Y'all know I don't like to butcher things. It's rude. Oh my gosh, now that word is going to trigger me. Rude! You're so rude! Don't be rude! Like, chill, bro. That's why, Auntie, why you do that? That's why I was cracking up to that song. Like, why are you doing that? See, it's spelled like Halle Berry. So is it Halle Bailey? I feel like it is. She was in Last Holiday? Shut up. Dude, I love that movie with Queen Latifah. I love that movie. That's an underrated Christmas movie. That's an underrated Christmas movie for real. Okay. But period, we're not normal. Featuring Halle Bailey. Period. I'm not. Shout out to the neurodivergent.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is base 44.
Yo!
This is the first look.
Today, like, y'all, that's look. I took this coding class back in college, and I was like, dude, I was so confused. They had us do it was like kids games too, like literally Roblox style coding. And I just remember I was so mad because I was like, every time I did it, it was like, no. And so I was like, I quit right now. And I did. Now, do I wish I would have gotten help and stuck it out? Yes, I do. But everything happens for a reason. Thank you. I might have just been triggered. Pay attention to your triggers. They matter. Oh. Hey. 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 You know what? My face is gonna need to be here, bruh. It's blocking out Kai, but hey. Hey. Alright. AMP sells fake products. Now what kind of products are y'all about to be selling?
Oh, real people to be a part of a focus group, and our objective is to sell items.
Oh, it's giving him practical jokers. It's giving him practical jokers. Okay. Oh, that would be so fun. I would love to be in the freaking focus group with the.
The catch is, we won't know those products until we win.
The focus group will rank us on a scale
Okay.
from 1 to 10 in these following categories. Likeliness to buy the product. Things happen. Pitch performance. Insane with sales.
You finally can say.
You see how it's separating? In general, salesman.
Come on, Nikki.
So make sure you subscribe. We almost.
Yo, this video's wild, bro.
8 million.
I really sell me on that. I got something. This is a salesman video. Sell me. Make me some. I wouldn't do it.
So let's get started. Phantom, you going first.
Go ahead. I bet. I got the tone bag. Whatever I pick out of here randomly is what I'm going to sell to these random people.
Make sure you. Oh.
Sectional shirt. I don't know what
What's sectional shirt?
I'm glad I didn't get
Is
that.
that 60?
You're up.
Is that 60?
All right, bro, you got this, bro.
Got this, man.
Tell me.
Hey, I don't know, sectional shirt. Probably a crop top.
Venom now has 2 minutes to figure out how to pitch his product.
Wait.
Why is raging here, bro? Okay, support the troops. Okay, bros before taxes. Okay. It's not bad, low key.
Time for him to pitch his product to our focus group.
All right. How's it going? Okay.
TSA, bro. Tell me why. Tell me why though. Okay, so I guess because so all the rain, all that was going super awesome. Blah blah blah. They cut the lights and stuff like early before too, so that people would go to the lower level, I guess. And the security guard, bro. There was 2, and it was just like the one. He started yelling like the TSA, which I get it, because again, drunkies, it's like they don't be hearing. But he was yelling like the freaking TSA. What Drewski say the TSA does, that's literally what this dude was doing. He was like, all right, get out! Get out! And I was like, damn. I just skirted around him and went to talk to the DJ though, and I was like, dude, freaking. But I was like, damn, that dude's yelling like the TSA on this rooftop. I'm like, chill, bro.
Hey, nice to meet you guys. Okay. It's a fucking easy access shirt. How's it going? I'm Marcus Kingsley.
They got a flop in the back.
Today we have sectional shirts. Sectional shirts is a new product that here at the company AMP we have been promoting. This so far has been going absolutely insane on TikTok Shop. Has anybody ever heard of TikTok? Yes. Okay. Have you ever heard of TikTok Shop? Yes. It's insane with sales. Okay. 300,000 shirts in less than 72 hours. Wow. We have a couple shirts here. I'm gonna pass them around. The point of a sectional t-shirt
is a hustler.
is basically to have
That's
more
funny.
than one shirt. See, my should have been crazy. I was like, where like get down to business. I hate to get on your shirt.
I would've walked in that
didn't have
thing.
easy access. As you can see, you have different decals. You have to support our troops.
Will you get into price and everything?
Yeah, I'll break everything down.
Smart lady.
So my thing is, how much is a t-shirt nowadays?
It depends. I would say $19.99.
$20, $30, $40. For what? You get a couple of these, you basically got 5 shirts. Think about it. You're multiplying. I want to throw this on, I'm going to go out like this. I got new shirts. I run with, look, rip this on, boom. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Go over here, boom, throw this on, same thing.
You know what? Great shirt for breastfeeding.
Exactly.
I would buy a sectional shirt if I was a lactating mother. I thought it was very convenient for mom.
You know what? That's considerate. That is considerate. I like her thought process. I appreciate that.
Turn the sectional shirt around and then breastfeed. Yeah, like you wear it backwards and you let them up. Hey.
Now, when it comes to price, cheap. Okay, we charge $17 for 5 designs. And besides that, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, unless you guys have any other questions.
Marcus was, I mean, slightly unorganized for it, but overall, he was very charismatic.
Marcus, are you passing this?
We did patent it when we started the process.
Okay.
And your company name?
It's AMP.
I think he should have gave more examples of like youth.
Like
yeah, like she gave him a layup, which is a breastfeed one, but I don't think he ran with it. Yeah.
Back sweat.
Yeah, like.
Swamp ass.
Do you have any competition?
No, nobody's ever thought about this design.
Yeah, I wonder why.
And people said the same thing about electric cars. Who's gonna drive electric cars? Look at Tesla now. I'm just saying.
Are you
I rebuke.
There you go. Innovative.
What about somebody's
More ventilation.
Well, and the only other thing is somebody come by, they mad at you and just rip it off.
Quarter cops. I'm gonna deal with this.
Hello, ladies. I wish this was around when I was nursing.
The one in the black, yeah, she's the optimist. Tough one is the ball guy.
No, but look. Hey. No, hold on. Look, we have a front design that basically unlocks it. All right, thanks for me to you. Thanks for me to you. Bye. Stop playing with me. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck is wrong with him? It's not much to do with that, but he did pretty good.
Yeah.
He did good. Yeah, like you said, the ball guy, he's gonna be the That's a Simon Cowell. Yeah.
Bruh, he wasn't even that bad.
One too many pina coladas.
Oh, insurance agent. Okay, okay, that's why he's on Phantom's ass, because he's an insurance agent. Talk about a hustler.
Enjoying it and use him as a salesman sometimes.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man. That boy for the prom.
I know. That's what we were saying,
bro. Yeah, I wonder why. I had the lady though. I know that shit right. Come on, bro.
Phantom's pitch finished. It's time for the focus group to tell us what they thought of his presentation.
All right. Likeness to buy, I gave them a 5. Pitch, performance, a 9.
And general sales and charisma?
10. He's a very charming young man.
Handsome young man right there. We got her.
Yeah, we got her.
Likeness to buy, I gave that a 6 out of 10. Pitch, performance, 3.
Oh.
Charisma, 6.
Oh.
She's hard, Phantom.
Damn. That's crazy. I'm actually shook about that though, because she said 6 to buy though. That's even higher than the lady that was rooting for him.
Pitch performance,
crazy.
5. I think
Damn.
Oh, hell no.
Salesman charisma, and 8. He ran with the punches.
See, he likes him. He likes him. That's why he was giving him a tough time. That gives that teacher in school, not the weird ones, but like the ones that are like actually like nice and stuff, like, you know, like up and up people, and they like give you a rough time. Like, that's what that was given.
Likeness to buy, 0. I wrote, this sucks and it angers me. Maybe New Jersey spring break.
Oh.
Pitch, performance, not the worst, but memorable.
New Jersey spring break. I love that she said that.
And then salesman charisma, 8. I said I would get drunk with him and maybe good for Vegas.
Hey.
Likeness to buy, 2. Pitch performance, 7. Salesman charisma, 7.
And to wrap it up here, my likeness to buy was 2. Pitch performance a 5. He's very energetic, but he's unorganized and kind of incomplete. And the salesman charisma is an 8. You know, he was able to grab my attention.
I love that.
Hey, put this in my media kit when I go to brand.
The sectional shirt may have been a bust, but it looks like Phantom's presentation skills made up for it. Let's see how Kai does with his mystery product.
Street talking Teddy.
Oh, I'm excited.
GG's. You're cold.
You're good.
You're cold.
And I got somebody.
All right, y'all, let's reload.
All right, bro.
Here we go.
Just like Phantom, Kai's got 2 minutes to figure out how he's gonna pitch the street talking Teddy.
Oh. I am so.
No. Because hold on, because it's giving tickle me Elmo, tickle me emo. Y'all mad? Mad TV, y'all were not there for that, bro. Those were my growing up YouTube days. Those were my YouTube days, watching the Mad TV episodes. Okay, Mad TV, Jenna Marbles, like all the, like, yo, super hot fire. I spit that. Like, anyways, it's giving the yeah. If you're under, I don't recommend young people watching that tickle meme. Let's move on.
That's it. What's up? We all love teddy bears, right? Ready? Right now? Already? What the fuck? I'm practicing. This is gonna be hard.
Why can't you stay organized? I've experienced this myself, and it's
Why do they keep talking about organization, bro? Shush.
Prioritize short-term actions like
Shush. Oh. What? Not me pausing the video so much that it... Are we good? Look, you say one thing about rebuking Tesla and all of a sudden your stuff starts... I'm so sorry. I rebuke the devil in the name of Jesus Christ. Come on, bro. What is going on, for real? It's like everything just froze. I don't like that.
Yo, I feel like I'm a little kid right now, gang. Yo, my grandparents used to let me have as much poppers as I wanted, and I got constipated for a week in second grade. Yo, I haven't had them in so long, gang. I'm fucking reverting. Gang.
How we doing? What's your name? I'm Kai. How you doing? I'm Kai. Nice to meet you. All energy. Today I bring to you the street talking teddy bear. All of us, as we were kids, as we were growing up.
No, okay, that bald man is okay. He is not having. This is hilarious.
You know, one thing that I like to keep us comfortable, and you know, one thing I like to make sure that we kind of feel safe when we're younger. You know, that teddy bear feeling. But as we grow up, people tend to force us into being adults. You know, we start to pay bills. We start to have to do things on our own, get our own grocery and all that, right? But I believe in a world where we take our childhood memories. Look at this teddy bear. It looks like a normal teddy bear.
To the point, Kai.
So, this is my first prototype to this bear. What's up, nigga? Yup. So it said, what's up, nigga? Imagine somebody comes in your house and just press the bear. You're going to think it's going to be something nice. No, it's, what's up, nigga? You feel what I'm saying? And also, you know, for my Caucasian people out there that's not able to say nigga, you finally can say nigga. Do a teddy bear. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, he's loving it. You know, the boy is loving it.
He's gonna get sued. Your grandma touches it, and all of a sudden, where's that nigga?
Wait, did he just...
My mom will just...
Wait, did he just... Wait, hold on. This might be a Boondocks moment. Did he just...
You finally can say nigga. Do a teddy bear. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, he's loving it. You know, the boy is loving it.
How are you gonna sell? I mean, he's gonna get sued. Your grandma touches it, and all of a sudden, where's that nigga? My mom will just own me.
But that...
Am I crazy? Am I hearing this right?
Oh, he's loving it. You know, the boy is loving it.
How are you gonna sell? I mean, he's gonna get sued. Your grandma touches it, and all of a sudden, where's that nigga? My mom will just own me.
But that's not the only...
Hold on, let me go to the comments. Literally, it caught me so off guard, okay? I had to pause and go to the comments to make sure I wasn't the only one. So, okay, thought I was tripping. What the fuck? So it's... No, me too, but I'm still confused. He dropped it so casually, too. Then proceeds to say the N-word himself in 4K on AMP's channel. Literally, this was literally just the episode of the Boondocks the other day. With the Mr. Pedo calling Riley the... And he literally was like, I never even said that before Riley came, before he was my student. And now all of a sudden, honey.
Only one. We have another prototype right here. Okay, and then we got
What
right
the Yo! Talk about PTSD, bro. Imagine somebody like, you know, really, and then all of a sudden, oh, hell no.
He's being chased by the police.
Oh, yep. So, you see what everybody just did? We just had a nice laughing moment. You know,
That literally gave like Eminem's Stan, like, or and any of Eminem's old music, like, which y'all, before I came into the light and was honey and came back to my journey, I went through a dark phase where I was going through all of Eminem's old stuff, and I was like, yes, this is my feelings. I was Marshall Mathersing it, bro. Wow, I'm shook.
it's something unexpected, and we need more laughter in this world of evil. I'm not making it for the kids. What the fuck about the kids? This is about the adults of the world. We get it. The kids have everything. They got what they want. But what about the adults? Where's the humor? Where's the fun?
See, what were we talking about? That's that bitterness. That honey, the deems.
$5.
$5. Oh shit. $5. $5. Y'all are buying that shit. Y'all are buying that shit for $5. I'm buying that shit for $5. I'm not gonna lie.
Update within it that we're working on right now to advance it to where you can make your own customizations and add your own voice and add everything else. So, you know,
Like the grieving bears where you hear like the dad.
Exactly.
I enjoyed it. I would buy it. I would have my own sayings. He really sold us on it.
We've actually accumulated.
They weren't down until he said you can make your own sayings. Now they're like, okay, wait a minute, fuck yeah.
500 million views. Yeah, go ahead. You can try. Yeah. Thank you.
I did it for one. Yeah. You're gonna love it. You're having a wonderful time today. I told you. I knew it. I told you.
He's laughing too hard. Well, he already. There's too much going on.
No way. What's that?
Again?
I mean, I wasn't laughing. Trust me. No, I can't lie. I would not lie. The street talking Teddy.
He wants it.
You asked for more ways to create.
He literally
so we
wants
made a bigger
it.
update. Sleep printing is now live. You can.
What again?
Likeliness to buy 10.
Why?
Pitch performance 10. Salesman charisma 10.
Damn.
Likeliness to buy 10.
Y'all are just don't do Phantom like that.
Charisma 10.
Likeliness to buy 0.
Liar.
10.
kids. Pitch performance 6.5, salesman charisma 8.
You think this is a product you're
She's too tough.
Yeah.
Buying likeness to buy 7. My son would love this. Performance 8. Salesman charisma, he was over the top 10. Mr. Kai was fantastic. He knew his product. He shared what his product does. He talked about the pricing of his product.
Likeliness to buy 1.
Lies.
7 and salesman charisma 9.
Wow, I'm here real
Surprisingly, the Street Talking Teddy was a smash hit. Is Davis gonna be able to follow up Kai's great performance?
Titanic apparel. Holy man. How bad?
Titan-
That's not bad. Okay. That's merch. Yeah. Merch. You selling merch. What are you selling merchants? I'll see you guys soon. Let's do this.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
They literally gave him the worst one.
Oh my God.
No, they gave Davis the worst one.
Yeah, we about to have fun. You know so much as we got. I don't want to
Chat. Okay, that's how I knew that. Wait, what? Going back to my story earlier, that's how I knew walking in the club I made the right choice because they were playing Sexy Red, and I walked in and I said, "Yeah, okay."
I do this. I have nothing to rehearse. I'm just a natural marketer. What if I don't want to go? What are you gonna do about it? What are you and you gonna do about it? What if I decide I want to stay my ass right here?
They're gonna put that around load you up to float. You'll float too. You'll float too.
How you doing, Davis? Davis, nice to meet you. What is the first name? Davis. Yeah, come on, Davis. First name is Davis, last name Davidson. Davis. Yes. Davis.
No relation to Pete.
Double D. Dunkin' Donuts. I want to introduce you guys to Titanic merchandise. We all know about the Titanic, one of the most profitable and also iconic movies in history. Everybody has their own cult fandoms, things that they follow and things that they get behind. Me personally, growing up, the Titanic was one of them.
Straight up lie.
One thing about the Titanic merchandise is that if you... Okay? We launched this product about a month ago. The pre-orders on this are through the roof. We're talking about 3,500 pre-units in 1 month. Not enough. They got 300,000 in their mind already.
Are these like people that work on boats, or is it?
No, this is high fashion. This is high fashion.
Wow.
This is
Regular high fashion.
This is the next Air Jordans. People follow trends. And right now, what I'm telling you is that overseas, Titanic, 2026, this is the direction it's going to go. Have you sold them?
He messed up saying people follow trends because if these are business people, right? They're thinking, oh, trends, so it's not going to be like a solid business, like it's only going to last a short spurt. Damn.
No, we haven't fixed this on all pre-orders. Okay, so you don't know if you're going out there and the kids are wearing them and when they see a girl, they go, I mean, it could be some nice rings right there, huh? You know? What? Go.
Yeah, because the girl could inflate it when she wants him to back off.
Exactly, it could be a little bit.
Period.
I have something similar to this, not quite like this.
Okay, she is really optimistic. I really like her. She's trying to find the best in things.
Is this a one-time use inflation?
No, it is not. That's the beautiful thing about this. So the thing that we like about this is that you're actually able to deflate it and inflate it, which is really nice. Okay, show.
Can you deflate that right now?
This is a prototype, so.
Oh, I feel like that was not enough time. I feel like they did not give Davis enough time, bro.
Let's see. Allah will say on the day of resurrection.
Guy is quoted out. In my opinion, it's like I had to put a. That was fire. The way he explained it.
No, he lost him when he said it was only
High
two.
fashion.
Yeah, it's high fashion.
None of them probably even care about how
Yeah.
Davis Dixon, I love him. Absolute personal person. You can tell he was a man for the people.
That ball got hard again.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. My boy.
If you want to know, we have 3 categories to consider. Why don't we start right here? We'll take just all 3 numbers back to back.
All right. 155.
David Davidson was also a very nice young man, and I think there is certain clientele that would purchase that, but it wasn't for me.
733.
Really?
Damn.
168.
168?
In what instance are you gonna pull a plug and you're really gonna think that that's fashionable?
Okay. Pool party, Halloween, plane, dress up occasion, peacocking.
All the way down.
555.
266. David Davidson, he had a really nice smile, and he looked great. I was a fan of the Titanic apparel.
Wait, this is so random. They were beefing with Kai and Phantom, but they love David.
157. 157. Okay, great.
Okay, that's not bad, David. That's something I'd probably buy. Only because I think it's going to be a total flop, and I can have one and say I bought the first freaking Titanic apparel piece of junk.
With David's presentation finished, it's time to change our focus groups. In the meantime, let's see what AMP got for their Spotify Wrapped.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Hey, y'all know they were playing Bad Bunny. Y'all know ahead of time. I said, oh my God. I was like, is this Bad Bunny? And they were like, Bad Bunny. And it was awesome.
The most streamed global artist of the year. The guys are going to split up into two different teams. They have to properly guess the order. Are we locked? We're locked. Number 1, Bad Bunny. Number 2, Taylor Swift. Wow.
Hey.
Number 3, The Weeknd. Okay, go.
Hey.
Number 4, Drake. Yeah.
Hey.
Number 5, Billie Eilish. Oh.
Hey.
Thank you for watching. You can now go check out Spotify Rap.
It's time to check back with the guys and see who's pitching next.
I'll go get it. I called last. No, he doesn't call last. You got this. Lock in.
I'm like, now I'm gonna be caught on the chat. If y'all haven't already checked my Spotify, we did a get ready with me listening to my I don't know, I told y'all about it, but anyways, if you're not following me on Spotify is the point. If you're not following me on Spotify, then that is in the link tree as well. I have awesome playlists and hella playlists. All different types. Check it out.
Oh, you win. I'm going last. I got big colors anyway.
Genre bender. Genre bender is what I...
Class, I've been called anyway. I don't lie. I put my hand up in the air sometimes.
Ayo. You gotta let go.
What is it? I think it's like a board game. I'm already knowing it's going to be OD.
What is going on?
What? 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 What is this? Why is it wet? God, I'm not prepared. I'm not. What is this supposed to mean? I don't know what this means. Oh, y'all, what? Drop playing. I'm supposed to sell. What?
Okay, they give Chris the worst one. The worst one, absolutely. Because what is even going on? Oh, we got new people. We got new people now, though. We got new focus group.
How y'all doing? My name is Christian Bell. I'm from the University of Miami.
Hey, Chris. Come on, Miami. I'm from Miami.
Oh, for real. How you doing? Across the table, bad etiquette. That's bad etiquette. My product here today is called Oops, I Swallowed It. Oh. You swallow something and you want to get it out. No, you want it back. Boom. My guy the other day, he had a ring. He's married his long life sweetheart. At one time, okay, it went in his stomach somehow. Don't ask how, I don't know. What? Everybody, listen.
this guy, it has an odor. It has an odor.
What if I could build an app that works my way with Base 44? My work moves fast.
Has an odor.
No, thank you.
Huh? You said what?
Yeah, now go with him.
Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you.
No, thank you. I'll pass.
You pass? Okay, but it's going to be a time that something passed through your stomach that you're going to want.
I like this save, Chris.
For example. Oh, let me eat. Whoa.
What is going on?
Wait, is that in there?
I'm not getting it.
Stuff like that. You've never heard of like, it's like, it's some Twitch streamers like Duke Dennis, Phantom, Kai Sinat.
So is this theirs?
No, this is our product. This is some of the.
Your poop. The poop. Is it their poop?
Do they have the ingredients to poop?
Oh no. This some of our business, like some of our business people.
Okay.
You think you the shit? What? You're not even the part. What? I be going hard. Yeah.
There's times, right? You know, things happen. You feel me? Things happen. But sometimes it's in the toilet. And you have to scoop it up, get your glove.
What is going on?
Sometimes you're going to want to get what's inside. You might just have urinals at your office. So this stick right here will be able to get everything out that you need to do. So if boom, you get one.
What you did the stick for? Is it just supposed to automatically be in the bathroom?
Oh yeah. No. It's like a product that you just have in your closet, and you just literally, like just like that. It's
Like I have a plunger. A plunger.
GG's, Chris. You're done.
Could you have done better with this product?
I don't think so, gang. It's a hard. I mean, you can do better than Chris, but I don't think you're going to sell it.
So is it like is the point the strainer? Is that what it is? Is the strainer for, and so when you, is that what's going on here? Like I think that's what it is. Like you're trying to get the strainer to get whatever you okay.
Some people may want to do the urine. You get what I'm saying?
Have you pooped in?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes, I have. Like one time there was a long line for the toilets like this, so I had to go in the toilets like this, so it was open for sure.
Like him using shit is crazy.
You see how it's separating? It's not.
I'm gonna throw up.
You see, it's nothing in the urinal no more.
It's still in there though.
No, I mean, boom.
Like I'm
boom,
actually
boom.
getting mad.
Now it's easier to get out of the toilet.
Right. Okay.
So,
Thank God.
I need this. Come on, I need this. Please, please.
Well, how the f would you? Oh, Bruce, how the would you sell that, gang?
He's a nice guy, though.
What? Right, God.
Now why are you lying to him like that?
Come on, I'm going over there. Come on now. You body. Hey, thank you, nigga. I'm not gonna lie. I'm the other dude. What's up? Cash? Yo, get that in the up there way. Go on, suck him back in. Come back in like you know, like you know. Act like
I
you
love
know.
how they have the tone set up right there. Is that I think that's the special holiday edition. Scent.
Come back in like you know, like you know. Act like you know. Go ahead, Not buying that shit from you, not buying shit off you. Come sit down, let's see what they
That
say.
shit's
Come on.
nice though. The gray with the gold writing. That's nice.
Ready? I'd love to get your scores.
Likeness to buy 1, pitch performance 3, and salesman charisma 9. Likeliness to buy 0. Pitch performance, I'm afraid I got him 0. And his salesman charisma, I gave him a 3.
She's tough.
Hell no, I wouldn't buy the product. Well, number 1, I'm really not sure what the product is.
I mean,
Okay, let's see what the motivation
this
is.
is fair.
Likeliness to buy 1, Pitch performance 1, sales charisma 10. And like I said, I didn't really know what he was selling, and then he also mentioned something about his homie's ring got lost in the poop somewhere, and then that thought just got lost.
Subaru is proud to be the largest automotive donor to Meals on Wheels America, helping senior neighbors in need.
Right. Why does it keep doing that whenever I click Yo. Are we good?
So likeliness to buy, I give him a 1. His performance, I gave him a 1. And salesman charisma, which I believe is very important and integral to his, profession, I gave him a 10.
Hey.
God, he's a good guy. I don't think he had a good presentation.
Likeliness to buy 2. Pitch performance 6. Salesman charisma 7.
Okay, and wrap it up.
Yes, likeliness to buy 1. Pitch performance 1 and sales charisma 8.
I like that.
I think I would have scored higher on likeliness to buy if I knew what he was selling.
Right, to be fair, I
Period.
didn't know what the I was saying. What was I?
I think he had a lot of energy, and he clearly was very passionate about what he was talking about. He seemed very eager. He seemed a little desperate. It didn't seem like he really knew how he could use the product on his own.
I don't see a need for it. I mean, I just take a strainer if I needed to scoop some poop out. I don't need to buy his product.
After Chris's pitch, looks like no one's gonna buy the Oops I Swallowed.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Tone has been going crazy for the entire year. But now, we have our only 1 in 10 limited edition holiday version to Tone.
Oh, limited edition?
Yeah,
Pine and cypress.
Y'all want to smell good for the holidays. And even
Damn.
back in Christmas. Make sure you go to your nearest Target, anywhere you are, or online, and cop on Tone. Oh, got a gold letter?
Yeah, that's nice.
I had it first.
Let's see if Duke can rebound with his mystery product.
Look. Long range lotion.
Long range lotion.
Hey, yo. Oh my God, I won't be able to sell this.
Wait.
Shooters? Alright. Yo. How do I stop it? It's not fucking stop it. It just stopped just now. This got like a 20-second cooldown. All right.
Now, to be honest, if they didn't name it that, I feel like the product would actually be helpful in situations like tanning salons, people that do, the self-tanning, us girlies that love the tanner. I feel like that would be a helpful situation.
Prepared. Hey, how you doing, man? Johnny, my name is Johnny. Is it like Jetpack? Hope y'all having a really fantastic day. This will not be long. All right, what I have with me today is a liquid shooter. Hey, yo! All kind of liquids. I got lotion in here, and lotion is on the thicker side. Just so I can give y'all an example on how this works. Any situation where you might need some liquid or whether it's for cooking, gardening, construction, science projects,
party,
anything. Whoa, calm down, Jamal. And that's why you got the punch on, man. It is all right. The liquid shooter. Exactly. And you know what? You my type of individual. You know what I'm saying? Weekends with the girls or the guys. You know what I'm saying? The liquid shooter will come in handy for when you gotta shoot the liquid. No pun intended. For example, now, let's say you was having a weekend out with the guys or the girls. You can put alcohol in this thing. And look, okay? Don Julio Casamigo, wine, and I'm sorry.
Now, see, I feel like water, if everybody's like, you're out of practice, like things like that, or you're out, like, you know, everybody's dancing, the water, like, you know.
But, like I said, I was so wilding. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Hell no.
Yeah, I have a skincare brand called Tone. You know, we have bingo. We have lotion. Exactly, we have lotion. You know, whatever. But that's not why we're here. Hey, oh, you rubbed a little bit? Hey, look, I'm not here to sell my product. I'm here to sell theirs. Price only $90. 90 snackaroos, and like when I went to Lowe's, like Home Depot, Walmart, and things of that nature, something like this, well over 500.
So you can put like drinks in there, like, you know, hey.
Hey, listen, I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying, but like you said, man, you can definitely have a really good weekend.
What about bubbles? Like a bubbler? Like you could shoot out bubbles.
Ready for action.
You think for a restaurant that'd be great for filling up water?
Listen, if I was a bartender and I put some Don Julio, Reposado, or whatever wine, or you know what I'm saying, whiskey or whatever the case may be, and I put it in here, oh my God, I'm sitting here. Hey, sir, I only have a little bit of time, so I'm almost done though. I'm almost done. Just chill.
Pepper spray, acid. It's a good defensive mechanism too. Hey, Mace, maybe on
Acid? What are y'all trying to sell to the army? Because don't let the crazies run around spraying. Oh, literally, that's how that would be a purge situation.
With products, you can never dictate or like even begin to think about how someone is going to use your product. I use nice because there's somebody else, Michael Myers. Hey, look, that's a whole different ball game. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I understand you know your thought process, sir. But once again, yes, sir. But I do love questions like this, and I like the mindset. And like I said, hey, I ain't getting enough time with them. I like them. I love. Y'all have a great day. Y'all have a great day.
Hey, Duke is good. He's good at making people like. I feel like they. Yeah.
Right. I'm trying to look swam on. Of course. Yes, sir. And I lied about the product.
Are we good? I don't know why it cut out like that. Oh, lost connection. Yeah. That is so random. I don't know why the internet cuts out like that at random times. Can y'all see me? I think we're good. Chat, if y'all can hear me, if you can see me, spam 1. Spam 1! 1 or 1! For the one fam, let me hear you one time. One time, baby, I love you. Let me hear you one time.
Likeliness to buy, 6. Pitch performance, 7. And salesman charisma, 8.
I think it had a lot of uses. I could see using it as a
6,
at a
7.
party or at as a bartender or something.
Likeliness to buy, 2.
Just those bartender.
And salesman charisma, 10. 20 out of 30.
Wow, okay, 20 out of 30. Thank you guys.
How about that, man? Yeah, you did it.
He was very prepared. He seems like he had a lot of charisma. He looked very dapper in his suit. I think he was like a really genuine guy too.
But I guy had some very good energy. I don't know, when he comes in the room, he just, there's something about this Johnny guy, man. I can't lie. He's very charismatic and personable. So I might just buy it, you know, for the sake of it.
You do a good job of making each individual feel special, bro. You do a good job of that, bro. You know why I went in there, how I went in there? Because before I had to pee, but I said, but I'm going to hold it, nigga. And then I'm going to go in there and see.
Now that Duke has finished our last sales pitch, it's time to tally the scores to see which member is the best salesman.
Thank you all for those amazing demonstrations. I hope you guys had a valuable and educational internship at Alternative Marketing Practices, or as we like to call it, AMP. We just spoke with the focus group that you guys all presented in front of, and we tallied up the final scores, which we're going to read to you now, and present the winner with the AMP belt. In 5th place, with 67 points, we have, can I get a drum roll, please?
Damn. Well, he had the worst one. He had the worst one, dude.
Wait, how many points he got?
Target, he got 67.
2 hours later.
He got, let me check again, 67.
6'7".
And moving along to 4th place, can I get a drum roll, please? We have 81 points for Davis. Moving along to Mr. Bryant with 98 points, we have Phantom.
Hey.
And now we are on to our top 2. We please bring in the AMP belt. First place with 144.5 points.
Oh my gosh.
Is Kaizen.
That's actually crazy that Kai got number 1.
I want to thank everybody here, you feel what I'm saying? I want to thank everybody that came and practiced and tried to sell their product. But the most important part here today is that holiday tone. Make sure y'all gonna cock up.
Hey.
Make sure y'all gonna
Hey.
and we almost at 8 million. And that's so good. And that's naughty boy. And we'll see you guys next time on the AMP.
Hey.
What's up, man? I'm about to...
A 3rd time?
Last time my wife thought she could rap.
Okay, wait. A 3rd. It's not a double down, that's a triple down, bro. A triple down on it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wait. A. Okay, wait. Now I do want to. I'm like. Oh. Okay, wait. We're not normal.
Rap too. Babes, just say it. I can rap. I dare you to do it. I dare you to do it in front of her.
Oh, that was what threw me off with the before I went and whatever with those other people, other younger people that I have met. Why did it was like a group of bros and one cool chick, and it was like, why did they approach me and start rapping? That's when I was like, oh, okay, like, what's up? And then they started throwing their little, shaking that, and I was like, okay.
I'm not
Crazy.
going to do it. Drip.
Oh, wait.
It goes,
I'll just give you the first. I was like, I have bars, babe. She's like, you have a stanza. No, you think you can defeat us with the tip of your penis, but we walk around bleeding, so baby, just lean in.
That's what it was like. That's what it was like, dude. That's what it was. That's literally what it was like.
Hello, everybody.
We're not normal.
Welcome. You know what? My leg is itching to do this intro, so I'm just gonna sit back, shut up, and let you go, babe.
Thank you so much. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Storytime with Raven and...
Oh, Miranda. My one part I forgot.
Miranda. No, I'm excited to do this intro because, okay, let me just break it down.
Break it down.
The person that we are interviewing today, I've had the pleasure to bumping into in a couple of events.
Yeah.
And each time...
Two.
Cool. Couple is... That's two.
Sure.
And each time, it's as if the world doesn't want me to talk to her because someone pulls me away, and then she's left talking to my wife the whole time.
So I want to say, we're so sorry for that. My God.
So now I actually get to talk to Halle Bailey.
Okay, it is Halle. Okay, y'all see what that second guessing did. Anyway.
Thank you guys so much. I'm so excited. We're excited to have you. Also, to mention all of those interactions, I think I embarrassed myself so much the first time. We were at the Lion King premiere.
We were.
And I was with Chloe, and I burst into tears when I saw Raven.
You're so cute.
I went up to her and I was like, oh my God, everyone is obsessed with Raven. Like, you're just an icon.
Thank you. Can you tell my mama that? When you came up to me at the Lion King premiere,
that's crazy.
I looked so bad that premiere.
No, you didn't.
Oh, no, I did. Because I just came from work and I couldn't figure out how
Wait,
to do
that's
my
crazy.
hair.
I'm not to like, but it does get like Halle, like, I don't know. I've never really seen her before except for in the Little Mermaid tidbits I got to see in the gym one time. But she does give like Beyonce's, like, that's so crazy. Like the softness, the aura, like, I don't even know what to make of that, but that's crazy.
So please put up this ugly ass outfit.
She looks good, bro. I like her hair.
Because I was running away from everybody.
Is that when you were also into painting your lips like Queen of Hearts?
We're not.
Because she had a phase where she thought that was like a thing.
It was cute. I was doing my Bjork.
Like line here.
That was the Disney. That was the Radio Disney Music Awards. We're not going to talk about it.
Whatever. Oh, that's funny. The second time though that you guys must have. Do you remember when we ran into each other? So I was with Raven. We were. It was at another premiere. No. That was recent. That was recent. The first time that I met you was at whatever this was at, and I think we were Hollywood and Highlands.
That was crazy. It was at where it was. It was in a premiere second level.
Yeah, and you were so cute because you were across the way, and you started just waving, and then we came over and said hi, and you were just like, I was like, oh my God, she's the gentlest. Did I cry again?
Yeah.
I think you got a little emotional because I was like, she is so gentle. Like, I just loved your energy. Gentle. And then obviously we saw you at Kiki's, and then Raven. See, Raven was too invested in this.
Do you love me?
I whipped that ass,
so
right?
Good. Did you win?
Hell yeah! I won the whole
tournament. I had no idea how to play spades and poker. Nothing. None of it.
Oh, you got
poker. Oh, chat. I'm not gonna lie. I love a poker. I love a poker. Texas Hold'em. Oh, don't mess with me. Don't mess with me.
You know what Nick Cannon would do? He would pull your black card. He would say,
really?
Yep, 100%.
Because I don't know how to play spades?
Yes.
She's just happy she got
guess
one.
That's true. And I got a black card.
She's just happy she got one. That's all the reason she bringing that shit up for me.
You got Correct. Correct. So cool. Just so all y'all know what's up. And I I'm not going to give it, I don't know when this is coming out, so I'm not going to give spoilers, but I can play spades.
Wow.
Yeah. That's amazing. I gotta catch up to you.
Yeah, Halle was born with a black card because she's born in Mapleton, Georgia.
Yes.
Okay, so what's your Waffle House order?
Ooh.
Damn.
Waffles, of course.
I gotta pause it again because I have been to a Waffle House like one time and I didn't even end up eating there because like it took so long. And that's my Waffle House story. And I kind of want to go to a Waffle House, bro. Like, it seems a little icky. Like, they always looked dirty. I'm not going to lie. They looked dirty. Like, I'll go to a hole in the wall. Don't get me wrong. I love a good hole in the wall. But, like, Waffle House just like looks dirty, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They should.
A little bit of bacon and eggs.
That's it?
That's it.
That's
no
cute for
grits.
you.
That's it. No. I love grits sometimes, but grits have to be like homemade, made by my Nana or somebody. Like, I can't just
Cheese or
get
sugar?
grits from sugar. I'm sorry, I'm sugar and grits type of girl.
Get off the podcast.
Yeah.
Immediately walk out of this building. Immediately. Why
Wait a
sugar?
minute, you don't like sugar in your grits?
Okay, the only way I'll get sugar in my grits is after it's cheese, and then I got.
Okay, isn't grits like oatmeal?
On it, and I bite both at the same time.
Okay.
But that's
So
a,
you
I
have
can't.
a process.
I can't put the sugar in the. That's a different kind of Georgia.
It just tastes so good to me.
It's so
It's
good.
the warmth coming out. I'm just like, oh yes.
It's so cozy. I mean, grits are delicious. Do you like cream of wheat, oatmeal, anything in that world?
I love oatmeal. I love grits. In London, what they call it, porridge.
Yeah, porridge.
Yeah,
Rice porridge and
see?
Asian culture.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is going to be a little niche, but there is something in the UK called Weetabix.
She loves a Weetabix.
And Weetabix, people would look at it here in the States and they'd be like, oh, it looks like shredded wheat. Incorrect.
It looks
Yes, they
exactly
are.
like it.
It does not. Shredded wheat is literally like shredded long strands of wheat that are then compressed.
Which I don't understand that. I don't understand, like, I don't know, like, I know older people that like to eat that in my family, but I don't understand that. But do I love mini wheats? Hell yeah. Mini wheats are one of my favorite cereals, and I think people really miss that. They always skip to the Apple Jacks, which Apple Jacks, so good as a dry snacky snack. But Apple Jacks, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the Cocos, the crisp, all that, y'all skip over mini wheats, bro. That's the sugar talking. But y'all skip over mini wheats, and mini wheats are freaking bomb.
X is like flakes of wheat that are then compressed
Corn
together
flakes.
into
Oh,
a shape.
the frosted flakes with bananas in it. Y'all, if you're not putting bananas in your frosted flakes was always my favorite too. But bananas in the frosted flakes, amaze. That is it.
Shape that looks like this.
So like a square.
I mean, it's not. It's
like
this.
Like a
It's
long
like a
coin.
It's like a rectangle that's rounded on the ends.
And they're so yummy.
Oh my god, they're
The shape
so
matters.
delicious. And I was trying to convince Raven that she would like them.
It's never gonna happen.
Because I was like, you like the texture of grits, you're probably gonna like. And she's like, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Not good.
No, it's not gonna happen. Do you cook?
I love cooking, yeah.
What
But
you
you
cook?
make.
I make a lot of stuff. The other night I made brown stewed chicken. A staple in my house is fried fish, collards, mac and cheese. I like to cook.
Damn,
let's
y'all,
go
I
back to
have
fried fish.
not,
Are
I
you a
have not,
hike? Are you-
I have not eaten today, bro. I have not eaten today, and now they are making me hungry. They are making me freaking hungry. Tilapia has always been tilapia and salmon, always my favorite fishes, bro.
A catfish?
Catfish.
Okay.
Catfish.
A
I
good
used
catfish?
To, fish with my grandpa.
Damn!
Catch the catfish and then go cook them.
Hey.
Do you know how to clean and gut and all that stuff?
Yeah, but I prefer not to. I just would let my
Period.
grandpa do it.
Period.
But I know I could do it if I
I've
had
caught a
to.
big ass fish, dude. I've caught a big hell yeah.
It's just,
I think there's something special about a woman who can catch a fish, gut it, kill it, fry it up, and cook it.
I'm with her. I did not. They wanted me to do that, and I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not doing that. Y'all can do that. But I caught that big fish, bro. I caught that big fish.
Yeah, that's a type of tenacity that some people will never
I hope
understand.
that if you catch it and gut
Survive.
it, that then you don't have to then go and kill it. I hope that's not the process.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said catch, gut, and kill. And I just hope that it's
I
not
think
in
it's
that
kill
order.
first, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Or
for
maybe
sure.
catch, kill, gut.
Well, details. So, welcome to the podcast.
you guys' banter is so funny.
We're ridiculous. It's marriage. It's called marriage.
Yes.
I love it.
Hey, babes. The struggle to find the perfect holiday gift
When it's Christmas time in Texas, it might look just like
is a thing of the past. Thank you so much. It is a thing of the past.
Well, why?
Because I've discovered aura frames. And you know what this means? I am not racking my brain trying to figure out what to get my father, the man who has everything, or what.
You did your first performance with your sister when you were 5 years old.
Yes, I
What
did.
was the song?
We sang Summertime by Nina Simone, and we had matching flowers in our hair, matching everything. Our mom, dressed us like we were twins, and it was the Spelman Summer Camp Talent Show.
Wow.
And I vividly remember it because my heart was beating so fast. I was nervous. All my friends were screaming for me, and Chloe, and we were just very excited, and we rehearsed, and yeah. After that, we were like, oh, let's keep doing this.
What was the thing that made you even want to do that? Were you guys singing all along? Like, was music a big part of your family?
Yeah. Well, I'm the baby sister, and music, our parents played really great music growing up, like Jill Scott, Outkast, Chanel. I mean, we were in Atlanta. You always hear really great music. But I'm the baby sister, so I would just copy whatever Chloe did. So she was the first one to like, I'm a singer, I'm this performer. And I'd be like, yeah, me too. Like, just jump in with her, and then it kind of turned into something from there.
Interesting. And you said you were 5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's so young. I'm always so curious when people start that young, because I wonder if it's truly like the child who just comes in with the spirit to do it and is super drawn to it, or if a parent sees something and they're like, okay, we're going to nurture this and kind of create it, or if it's a parent who's just like, this is what I want my kid to do. I find the building blocks of how young kids get into things to be so interesting. But it sounds like it was really organic and natural for you guys.
Definitely organic for us. And I think it's a little bit of both things, where you have like the natural excitement about it, and then you have like, your family would be like, okay, let's harness this, let's help, let's do this. And then it becomes a thing, and then you're in LA and trying to reach your dreams.
So what was coming to LA like for you?
That was so interesting. I got homeschooled when I was like in the 5th grade. From there, because we had started like on the performance journey and doing YouTube, and started kind of building a buzz and a name for ourselves, and then hearing like, oh, LA is the place to be. So my whole family, we all uprooted to LA, and I think I was like 12 or something. And at that point was when we were amazingly, we got to meet Miss B, and she kind of took us under her wing, and
I like how she said that.
Just helped us. She let us open for her tour so many times when we were like little ass girls, and I look back at some of our performances of it, I'm like, she let us get on this stage for 40 minutes and just do this. And she was like, she's all about like just getting out there and trying it, and it was really amazing that we had that platform to do it on, but she kind of just let us like, go ahead, girls. That sort of
I remember when you guys first started, there was buzz in the industry that Ms. B had these 2 fantastic talents, and I would go into different rooms and hear, I'm like, who are these girls? Who are these girls? The buzz that you guys created at the very beginning was epic, and then you guys came on the scene adult as well. You've tackled so many different roles and challenges within the Hollywood industry, and you succeeded in all of them. My question to you is, what's the goal? Like, has there ever been a goal, or you're just for the ride? Because that's my question.
Yeah, that's a great question. Honestly, I didn't really expect all of this. Like, I didn't know that us, having this deep love for singing and music, I do it because I love it, and all this stuff that's happening is like, wow, cool, okay. And it is weird to kind of be catapulted to where your life is like all of a sudden public, and people care about, your personal things. And it is very weird. But, the little girl in me is like just happy to be here, I guess, and like happy to be able to make a living off of doing something that I'm proud of and that I love to do every day, and to be able to support, my own family now. It's like, it's kind of trippy. I think about it all the time. Like, wow, this is my life. I'm grateful and excited, and it's trippy for sure, though.
Your spirit is so calm.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you've come off super grounded, and I think that that's also, it's rare. It's rare to meet people who I think are truly in this world right now, and the world of entertainment, for the pure Oh my God. My brain. For the pure love of their art. And you seem to be someone who really just loves, like you said, you love what you do.
That's why I was so freaking interested in talking to that DJ, because I was like, damn, like the way he was putting the music together, I was like, that's like, it was just, and you know, and seeing the DJs that stream and stuff, and I told y'all I was interested in like learning more about that stuff. I don't know, it was just super cool. But exactly what they're saying, seeing people be passionate and interested in what they are doing, it's just so inspiring.
And then there are these results of this, which is fame and, you know, all that. But that's a byproduct of the thing that you actually love. And I think that when people are actually doing the things that they love and they're in alignment, then you are going to be calm and grounded and level-headed and stable, because you're not trying to actually chase what I think a lot of people end up wanting to chase, which is money, fame, visibility, all of that. And it just doesn't seem like that is who you are.
Thank you very much. That's really kind. Thanks.
It's true. You and your sister have obviously made music together, started together. You now have gone off individually. Do we think that we'll ever come back together and make music again?
Of course.
Yeah?
Yeah, of course. My sister has never left me. We're still very much together. A beautiful part of our...
It's literally giving the background picture of Raven and Miranda back there. Like, I can picture her and her sister, like, in their old age, like, dressed like this, doing duets, like, singing songs, like, outside, and that's crazy. I love it.
Had to kind of break away when I went away to London. I was there for, like, oh my goodness, almost 2 years.
You didn't have Weetabix.
Yeah, this one over here. Never had Weetabix. But I've heard of Marmite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
So eat the Weetabix and the Marmite. You can't even.
No, go get a sausage roll. Okay. Because the Marmite, I couldn't do.
That's I
couldn't.
That's very different. Can you do marmalade?
I don't. That's the same thing. That's different. Is that like a jam?
Yeah, it's like a jam. It's like
okay, I think I might have tried it then.
Yeah.
If it's like a jammy thing.
It's delicious. Trust me. And I think because you like porridge/oatmeal, you would have loved. You're gonna come over. I'm gonna make you Weetabix and
okay.
Anyway, go on. You're in London doing your thing for 2 years.
Yeah. So I went away to London to film Mermaid, and that was kind of our first time being away from each other ever in life. So it was very weird to the both of us. Like, I felt like I didn't have my arm with me. Like, it was very weird, but it was also good for the both of us to kind of find our own independence and gain confidence in ourselves on our own. And we talked about it. We're like, yeah, like, even though it was hard, it was like needed. And then when we came back home together, it was like so beautiful. And I remember, I think it was the week I came home, she was filming her Have Mercy music video. The fucking song of the world. Right?
Yeah.
And I remember being on that set and being like, this is history. Like, this is iconic right now. But I think for us to be in those two separate places, like, we wouldn't have gotten to those places if we were still like just stuck at the, you know, neck together. It was essential for our growth, and I'm so proud of my sister. And yeah, we have so many songs. Even with this album that I did on my own, like, I've told you guys, really, I'm the baby sister, so I'm always looking for her validation. I'm sending her stuff. I'm like, can you tell me if this is good enough? Like, and she's like, come on, bitch, you're talented, you're great. Shut up and go. You got this. So she's always kind of been my rallier to be like, you can do it, because I'm just a little more, you know.
You're giving me Janet Jackson vibes. Like, if you go back, if you go back to the early 90s when Janet was just putting on those tight ass pants with the white shirt, like Pleasure Principle, you're giving those vibes to me right now, which is epic, because that's my
That's
I
true.
love music.
Yeah, she does. And it's so
it's the humbling. She's giving it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the sweetness and
but also the fierceness when the stage comes on. I have always had a problem with my weight, right? And with that, when I did my music career, I felt like I couldn't compete because of the way that I looked. And I couldn't. Well, we'll get into it. You don't want to see me flapping. Okay, so
False.
just out here flapping around. You know what I mean? But here's my question to you. Is it comfortable in the outfits that sometimes you guys wear? That is a very sensual, beautiful, but also revealing outfits. Do you ever feel uncomfortable, or is it just like, okay?
All the time. I think this is a universal experience. I think, I get so... Sometimes I feel hot and sexy in it. And sometimes I feel like I can't pull this off today.
This is what healthy dog food looks like.
That
Other
is
healthy
so
dog
real.
foods require
I love
freezer
how she
space,
said that.
Thawing, cooking, and overall.
Wow.
But yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know. It's different with performance vibes though, because you want to like, sometimes you want to have that sex appeal and you want to wear something flashy. But of course, yeah, we have those days where it's like, no, not today.
The metal outfit was crazy.
Which metal outfit? What did you? Oh, it was like our. Are you talking about our VMAs performance?
Yeah, your VMAs
okay, so
performance.
it
That shit was
looked like
crazy.
metal, but it was really comfortable. It was like what's the material? Like a foamy type of.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but it was really comfortable, but it looked like it was metal.
Yeah, it did. It was fire. But I look at it, and you guys take such fashion risks. You take such big jumps to further the brand, and I look at it, I'm like, wow, girl power to the utmost. 2005 represent, but also just like now.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong on the timeline. So when you were doing Little Mermaid, that was in London, and that was also then when your sister was releasing music on her own.
Yes.
And that was the music that like we watched those music videos,
we watched
right?
those music videos.
So it's interesting to me. Did you guys ever talk about the fact that like you were now connected to an IP that has so much history, that is Disney. That is for kids, and then your sister was like making her own statements, her own, in a really kind of adult, like, here I am, sexy, bold, confident, strong way, kind of the differences between like two huge things happening at one time, but couldn't be more.
They covered the
far
spectrum.
apart.
Yeah. They covered the spectrum.
Did you guys ever
What was
talk
that
about
conversation?
Yeah, I think we would laugh about it too, because I know Disney is so like Disney, and that whole press run, I think I definitely felt as many times as I sang Part of Your World, and I love singing, I'm like, wow, like people be so impacted by this song and seeing people turn into children again. Like, yes, what off of those songs in that film, that was something that was really cool, and constantly being surrounded by babies, and like I was kind of in the children's world, and my sister was the opposite, like you guys mentioned. That was something that we were laughing about with each other, like, wow, that's so cool that you're doing this, and she thought the same with mine. So it was very different from each other.
Yeah, like like such big steps forward, but then also such opposite ends of the spectrum.
And then they can come, and then you guys can like just blend in together, especially when you come back with all the music and stuff. I love that. Okay, let's talk about traveling. I want to know, what is your travel style like? Like, are you in a hoodie?
Your airport style?
Like, what's your airport style?
Airport style, I look homeless. I'm sorry.
Period.
I just feel like, what's the point of dressing up to get on an airplane and go to sleep? Like,
I had this back in the day. I had this whatever. There was this mom of a friend, and she would call me homeless and high maintenance. Which, you know what?
I'm definitely hoodie, sweats vibe. Now, I will give it up for the girls that wear 6-inch heels and their cute dresses. I'm like,
that's crazy.
I don't know how they do that, but
they do that.
You're
they
not
look
well.
good when they do it. But I couldn't. But yeah, that's like
diabolical. I don't understand. You're gonna walk from like Terminal 32 to 47C in like 6-inch heels. You're crazy. You're crazy. That is not. That's not okay.
Babes, explain your airport style.
My airport style is functional. Except not that functional, I realized, because I have this one pair of like airport leggings, and they don't have pockets. And every single time, I'm like, I have to get something with pockets. But I kind of have the same uniform, which is I wear a pair of Solomons, I wear black leggings, some form of a black hoodie. I like it to be a zip in case I get hot or cold. My hat, which always comes with me, and we rock and roll. I love
your big bag. Your big bag.
Oh yeah, and then I have this amazing.
That's crazy because I'm literally wearing the black hoodie, and then I'm wearing my rock and roll shirt.
Bag, which fits everything. It's made for travel, and it has all these little compartments, and I love it because I can have my hand sanitizer, my like snacks, my boarding pass, my phone. Then I have
what is the brand of the bag?
Great question. I will. If you really want to know, I'll let you know.
I'm a mommy, so I love finding big bags.
It would be good. It's a good mommy
like
bag.
a diaper bag.
For sure.
It is a good mommy bag, actually.
It is. And I feel very mommy-ish when I have it.
I
And
like
then
it when she does it.
I have like my travel
food.
Well, yeah, I have my travel food, but then I have my travel like makeup, and it's not makeup, but it's product case. So like, yeah, my.
Oh my God! Don't skip over that. Her product case is this pink square with a lid that she sets out on the
tray table.
Really? And it's like she's getting a freaking facial.
We got
Let's pause.
shit to do.
So let me tell you guys about my airport outfit.
Yes.
Okay, so I must look like a hype beast at all times. I got my Dolce & Gabbana shoes on. I got my Supreme sweatpants suit going on. I got my Gucci backpack. I am definitely Kanye West 2005.
Oh, I love it.
And I probably have a hat on. And if we're
Kanye made this thread and he said, should I go bald? And I commented and I was like, bro, I was about to cut my hair off the other day. Same vibes. Because chat, I was gonna come on here and that's what the stream was gonna be. I was just gonna chop off all my hair for y'all. Not for y'all, but with y'all. Like just chippity chop, chop, chop. And Brittany 07, like that's what. Hey, look, she really is giving. That's funny. Not the dog in the bag.
He's in your backpack.
He has his own backpack.
That's so cute.
It's so cute.
So he's small enough to fit in there.
Yeah.
You like a tiny, what type of dog?
He's a Yorkie. His name is Quinn.
Quinn.
And I have to be matching from top to bottom. Like it's a whole, because in my heart I am a K-pop artist.
I believe her at this point.
Did you love the movie, the Demon Hunter? She's obsessed with it. Obsessed.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I need to
watched
watch
it the day it came out, and then now it's starting. I'm like, y'all late.
We watched it before it popped off for sure.
Oh,
Yeah. Did it like take a minute to pop off?
I need to
took
watch
longer
it.
than a week.
Wow.
For those who don't already follow K-pop stuff,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. I follow like Jinmin is my entire feed.
Oh my
like I'm a
gosh.
K-pop. She
I
loves it.
love that about you. Wow, I never knew that. And then we met Cat's Eye at the Teen Vogue. We did like a Teen Vogue panel or whatever. And yeah, I literally said, well, I shouldn't say this, but we can cut this part out. I pretty much said yes to it because I knew that Cat's Eye was doing it and I knew that it would make her life to see that.
Oh, make me so happy.
Yeah. That is the sweetest thing. No, Cat's Eye, they're fire too.
Fire.
They're fire. Super good.
I want the girl group from K-pop to like actually be a girl group.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
But I don't think I think the girl is just a songwriter, right?
Yeah, she's just a songwriter, and there's I don't even know if they
their song,
transferred
the song Golden, like I literally had like, bro, like that song has done it for me. It slays my demons. It literally, Demon Hunter, it slays my demons. That's how good the song is.
Artist, because you know in some cartoon movies, not yours, but in some they switch out the singers for the actual voiceover people.
Yes.
So who knows? But when I tell you, there's something about listening to K-pop music, and I don't know exactly what they're saying, but it just feeds my soul in a way that, again, I'm about to be 40 years old, so like I keep referencing 2005, but it's like old school pop. Back when it was fire, you know what I mean? And it just makes me so happy. So I love you. I love you so much. What are you listening to now? And I won't want to hear the stuff that you have to say. I want to hear like you're in the car.
I have been playing out the new Daniel Caesar album.
Hey.
The new Leon Thomas
Hey.
album. I love Mariah the Scientist album.
Hey.
So I feel like it just is like, it's hard to rattle them all off.
It is. Have you heard of an artist called Moses?
Moses Sumney?
Yes.
Yes.
We just saw him perform.
Which changed my life.
It was.
He's you guys just found out about him?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, you're late.
That's fair.
We are late. We are late. Yeah, we're early to K-pop, late to Moses.
Wait.
That's fair. I
You know
need to get
what?
on it because
You know what? Let me. Okay, so cats. Oh, it's with a K. Cat's Eye with a K. Oh, not Michael Jackson playing in the back. Pretty young thing. Oh yeah, that played too. The way you make me feel. Okay. Liberty Love. Okay, Cat's Eye. Oh, cute album cover. With the meow. Meow. Gabriella. Damn, I want to hear the song now. Doing a K-pop young sassy version of Jolene. Hey. La 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 la.
bet you taste just like the summer.
Hey.
Under the covers.
Hey.
Be in the middle.
Wait, okay. Oh, mistress mine. Wait, hold on. This is latest single, but there are other people in it. Let's do... I don't know, let's just do Mistress Mine.
Oh, mistress mine. Where are you roaming? Oh, stand here. Your true love's coming. That can sing both high and low. Trip no further. Pretty sweet journey's end. In lovers meeting, every wise man
Holy shit.
Meditative, and it, like, I don't know, it's really beautiful. But it's his first, I think it's called Romanticism,
Yes,
something
it
like
is
that.
like that. That's what we saw in the, yeah, we're late.
Okay, wait. Yeah, okay, so that was definitely, oh, wow.
That one, babes. We gotta get
Yeah,
on.
and I wonder if we maybe we would know some songs and not know we know some songs, but he was so magical, and it was
Where
such
did you see him perform?
So it was at an event where he just happened to be one of a few different people who were doing this for just.
It was called Drafting, and it was connected to a fashion designer and also a production company run by Eileen Chaikin.
And so it was a tiny little evening, but getting to hear him was such a treat because it was in such an intimate setting. I mean, the room was probably this size.
Yeah.
So you're just like right there with him, and he was just, I mean, magnificent. Really
insane.
Yeah.
But then also he looks like insane too. He looks like so cool. He's so tall.
Oh my gosh, he was so cool. He was like just chic. He had these like beautiful gold rings on, and I was just watching his hands, and he was, oh my god, it was magical. It was magical. All in the name. Yeah, no, he was really cool. Is it true that your parents wanted to name you Haley?
Yes, that is true.
What caused the change?
So, because my last name is Bailey, so it would have been terrible if it was Haley Bailey. And then they were like, let's just go with Hallie. Thank you, yeah. And they were like, let's just go with Hallie, but now people say Halle Berry instead of Halle Bailey, so it's very close. But my middle name is Lynn. And I was like, maybe I should have just gone by Halle Lynn. But I feel like that's a very country name.
But it's pretty. I like it.
Oh no, it's popping right now.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Haley Bailey would have been rough.
That would have been terrible.
Yeah.
That is definitely a cartoon character that I've watched.
I know. I feel like that's like a TikToker that I've seen before or something.
Yeah. I think there's an awesome like content creator named Haley Bailey, I think is her name.
Yeah, I think that's her name.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do I know her?
Sadly, that is not on my feed.
I might. I don't know.
If we looked at your YouTube algorithm right now.
I'm sorry.
If we looked at your YouTube algorithm right now, would you be embarrassed?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
It would be Pop the Balloon. It would be paternity court, divorce court.
Oh, goddamn.
It would be like, I'm very grandma, like television, cable. My grandma used to watch all of the soap operas, all of the things.
The stories.
So I like the stories. So that's what I watch.
Are you watching any scripted shows?
Right now? Yes, I am actually. What's the Netflix show? It was like #1. It was good. It was about the two brothers who were kind of in the gambling world.
Oh, with Jude Law and Black Rabbit?
Yes, Black Rabbit.
Yes.
Oh, we tried to
Yo, learning. Oh, I don't know. Can't even go there, bro. The more I've learned about human beings and psychology and spirituality and children and development and thinking, I can't even go there, bro. I don't blame, honestly. This is a hot take, but it's true. Like, literally, I don't blame. I mean, not that, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the Menendez brothers did to their parents, like, obviously it's a horrible, horrible thing, and you should never harm other human beings or take lives or spirits, right? Like, 100%. That, like, God, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is never the case. But with that being said, just like with Gypsy Rose, just like with these people, like, they were. I can't even go down. It's just too dark to even get into. Like, but I don't blame them. I don't blame them for. I really don't. You should never. Obviously, that is never. You know, it's not something you want to do, but to be that abused, like, there aren't words for it. Like, they damaged and harmed a child's spirit over a period of years. Like, I don't know, whatever, it's a monstrosity. It's a monstrosity. It's a sickness. It is an injustice, and it is a terror. That was heavy.
Ray was just in that show. She's so good. She's a singer in it.
Oh,
and
I know Ray.
Yeah.
I DM'd Ray once.
Ray is awesome.
Yeah, I tried
you guys should have Ray on here too.
I was trying. That's why I
Hear
DM'd
my wife
her.
again. I
She
DM'd
would-
her once. She would really come on here, I bet.
Okay, you can text her after.
Yeah, I'll tell her.
We're gonna FaceTime. But no, I did because when we had our live show in DC, we were trying to get guests, and she was performing at World Pride. And so I was trying to see if maybe she would come on and be a guest, but whatever.
She would, I bet.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But back to Black Rabbit. We watched the first episode and couldn't get hooked into it, but my little sister texted me I think almost like, yeah, my sister Mimi 2 days after, and she was like, I'm watching such a good show, you have to, I was like, we tried
so
it.
Good.
We'll have to
So
try
maybe
again
you go back to it.
Try again. Maybe you tried it when you were sleepy. Then there's The Hunting Wives.
The Hunting Wives?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fire. I finished it all in one day.
See, I've not been watching, literally this year, I have not. The only scripted Netflix, whatever shows I watched, literally were Wednesday. Happy Gilmore 2. Like, I've watched shows on YouTube streaming, to go to sleep at night, but, like, literally Paris and Pups, Veggie Tales, and Boondocks, and Snoop Dogg's Doggyland. But I haven't watched, the only that's why I said I was gonna break that for, obviously, end of eras to our docuseries. But yeah, just Wednesday and Happy Gilmore too. Oh, I also watched The Office on streaming too. That's when or like on the YouTube. I'm trying to think, was there another show that Harry Potter, of course, the Harry Potter movies this year. Duh. Watch those on Peacock. Duh. But really get into it.
Good. Oh, I didn't watch it. It was really good. You should.
It's not her.
It's not
her cup of tea.
Okay, I feel it.
No, I just finished watching Poldark.
Which one is that?
Silence.
See what I'm saying?
Oh, well, actually, I watched, and then the other day I started watching Naruto on here, on YouTube, and it actually let me do it without doing the whole Crunchyroll thing. I was happy, but Naruto, I appreciate that I watched it. Again, I think I told you about that. I appreciate that I watched it, like, from a different perspective now, because I'd seen a little bit before, at a different period of time, and I was just like, I can't stand this show. Why are you always blah, 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 blah. And, I can appreciate it now. I appreciate the story, the hero story, the young person, outcast, like, spirituality. I like that it talked about those different, the chakras, the energy, the transformation, like the spiritual aspect of it. Again, just like with how much I love Sailor Moon, like, I really appreciate those anime stories because of that. And what I also noticed about Naruto was it interested me that they did, like, American 80s music, but in, like, Japanese. That threw me off. And then I appreciated the end, like, the caged bird being free, like, dude, because Dr. Maya Angelou. And then what really threw me off, like I was telling y'all about prophetic stuff and messages and, like, all the certain things will come true. Y'all, I just watched Naruto, this was like last week, literally. In November, I had seen in the clouds, which Old Testament, the clouds, that's what they used to, Moses, literally, they used to lead the people to their land out of the wilderness. But I literally wrote it down. I had seen a figure, like the fox figure, with the tails and the clouds, and along with a unicorn, right? And the unicorn is the Barb's, Nicki Minaj, and so the unicorn, and it was like, I've written down a bunch of different clouds that I've seen in images, so I'd seen the unicorn, and that made me happy because I was like, da-de-da-de-da. And then I had seen the clouded figure of the fox. It was kind of like the Pokemon, the fire fox with the different tails, and that was always one of my favorites too. And then I watched Naruto, and that's the demon spirit inside Naruto, is the fire fox with the different tails. But bro, I had written that down a month ago, and I just watched that last week. It's very crazy alignment, bro.
Well, it's a wonderful man
It's
by
a
the name
period
of
piece.
Goldark, who is a mining mogul from the 1700s.
Wow.
What?
So do you like watching like history, like oh that's cool,
Or sci-fi?
I watch sci-fi, I watch history, I need a period piece. I'll also watch really bad things like Rotten Tomatoes, two tomatoes type stuff, because I think it's really important to know the things that are out there in this world.
Yeah. Bad Movie Monday.
Cool. I will watch a Bad Movie Monday.
I love that.
Yeah, it's interesting in our house. We have a lot of content. We just finished The Diplomat, which is
Did you
really
see that?
good.
I heard it was really good. Wait a minute. The Diplomat, that's the
Carrie
movie
not Carrie Washington, Carrie
Idris Elba as the
That is House
No,
that is House of
Dynamite.
Dynamite.
yeah,
Not the House of Guy.
Jonah's in that. Jonah, who was in Mermaid,
Dude,
was in House of Dynamite. It's really
I was a huge freaking fan of House of Cards, bro. Huge freaking fan.
We went to the premiere for it.
Yeah.
And while we were watching
it was intense.
it's intense, but we left the premiere and there was this older woman that was walking out.
Oh my god,
and she had
Wait,
a
have
limp.
you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was walking out and she
You're
had a
so
limp,
funny.
and she was obviously from New York.
She was like 4'9", and she and her husband, they're like this crotchety old white couple, and she was like, that was the worst movie I've ever seen. And the husband is like, oh, be quiet, Doris. And she was like, why Chicago? Why did he do it?
Literally, that was... Okay, look, my grandfather was the greatest... Shit. He was one of the greatest, like, really most gentle, most passionate about cooking, like, and history, like, man, like, I've ever, a Shriner, a giver, like, give to everybody way too much, like... that and the diabetes is what got him. But anyways, but literally, and look, we won't get into my family dynamics, but my grandma, she was always a very, it makes sense now that I know about relationships and stuff and people, right? But anyways, she was always just like what that just described, like very... And it makes sense now, right? Because they got married. Like, she always wanted to be seen. She wanted to be a star. She went into the dressing room of, oh my God, it's so crazy. Literally the lady from Halloween Town. Like, anyways, she went into these people's dressing rooms. She was a Kansas City gal, wanted to be a star, like life of a showgirl status. And, she was always happy, always telling stories about how she was with the boys and had the voluptuous lumps, literally lady lumps and stuff. And then my grandfather, he got a good job, oil and gas. They ended up getting married and moved around, and they had he basically, like, the good old American lifestyle. And then she had 4 children, and like she didn't even want to have all these children. And then anyway, that's how it went, right? That's how our grandparents, that's how things have gone in this country, passed down through the generations. And mind you though, as great as he was, bro, I found out stuff later that my grandma's spilled now that she's like in her senile years, right? And she never drank, like all those years she never drank. And like as she's gotten older and is left with all these thoughts and memories, because my grandfather's passed, they had to sell their house, like she's been in the old folks home with she loves like with her friends and all that. none of her children want to deal with it, right? Because they're all selfish themselves. Anyways, the point is that I just like, really though, and at the time, like, my grandma wasn't she was never nice to me growing up, like, whatever. So she's loved me in their recent years, right? Now, later years, because I've been the one to speak up for her and to care for her and to pay attention to her. And that was one of the things, though. What'd Kendrick say? Cut my granny off. I literally did, bro. She's someone I had to stop giving so much because I had to take care of myself and choose myself. But, and she, she's apologized. She's like, I'm sorry. I'm telling you, the late years, bro, those demons get to you. Like, she started talking to a doll, and then everybody was, like, mean to her about it, but it was like, I get it. Like, your mind, That's why people get those Alzheimer's and stuff, bro. But anyways, they threw out her doll, and she was upset about it. It was, like, crazy. She's not even, if you met her, though, you wouldn't even think she was, like, I don't know, whatever. Anyway. But my grandpa would always be telling her, like, shut up, like, go away, go upstairs. And she would be bitter and, like, stomp off and go away to watch her HGTV, like, and she would have the upstairs and he would have the downstairs. And I've known a lot of married couples like that. And it's like, how, like, this is your one life, and you're meant to love people and be loved. And it's like, y'all sleep on different levels. Y'all live on different levels of homes. Sleep in separate bedrooms. Like, I know a bunch of married couples like that. Like, parents' age, It's just sad. Sad shit.
Nobody told us. And she goes out of this whole thing, and we were dying. She was like, there's no explanation. They think they can just end the movie like that? And I was like, oh my God. Oh, yeah. Why Chicago's just gone now? I don't know.
Oh
my God. Come
but
on.
that's what happens when you marry out of people pleasing and, like, how it looks to other people and obligation. And not truly your heart and love and care.
Doris. Her name was Doris.
Babes, I think it's time.
It's time.
I think it's time, babe.
Oh my gosh.
Hey.
Don't ask her to sing.
Mariah.
Last time my wife thought she could rap too. Babes, just say it.
I can.
Oh, but that's why I say, though, that we are so lucky because we are able to have evolved enough to understand these things and see and choose differently, where older generations just didn't know. Like, they didn't know themselves. They didn't know better. And that's why it's like, we really have the choice now. Like, people don't realize, like, like, this is, you're either going to choose to be like the old ways in the old generations, or you're going to choose differently, and the world will progress.
I dare you to do it. I dare you to do it in front of her.
I'm not going to do it.
Drip.
Fuego.
It goes, I'll just give you the verse. I was like, I have bars, babe. She's like, you have a stanza. No, you think you can defeat us with a tip of your penis, but we walk around bleeding, so baby, just lean in.
Drip.
Ooh.
Hey. Laura is...
Laura's so mad. Laura, are you sick?
I've been trying to get her to say this for a
Okay. So here's what we do on tea time. You're so confused. My apologies. I'm sweating a little bit. But this teapot.
Yes.
You're going to go into it.
Tea.
And you're going to tell us what we're talking about today on tea time.
Okay.
There might be a dingle hopper.
There might be a who's it. Who knows?
What's it galore?
What's it galore?
Today on tea time, we're talking about normalcy.
Oh,
normalcy. What is she?
I don't know.
I'm not normal.
Obviously. When do you feel normal?
I'm not normal. Wait, hold on. Let me tell you why I'm not normal.
Okay.
Because we had this conversation in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
At the age of 16 months,
What is normal?
I was famous.
Were you actually famous at 16 months, or were you just like
out here
doing ads?
No, I was Well, don't.
Damn, shade.
Don't diminish the Cool Whip ad, okay?
Hey.
Don't diminish the Sears pose, okay?
Oh, that's cute. Hey, not the Ritz.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
The Cheerio ad is the cutest
That was
thing ever.
cute.
At 16 months,
cute.
I started in the industry. At 3 years old, I was on the #1 television show in television at the time.
Wow.
So
It was called The Cosby Show.
just like not a different world. Anyway, this one over here. So normal for me looks like this. Normal for other people is different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I kind of get in trouble sometimes with my thought processes because I come from this world and my normal scale is like, so you don't go into a room and there's a place called Crafty where there's free food everywhere? That's not normal? They're like, no. I'm like, you have to pay for stuff? What?
Man.
So what is normal to you?
Damn.
I don't know if I'm normal either because I feel like I can relate to you in the way that when you grow up in the industry, there's certain things that are just different about this world and the way you operate and the way you are on most of the time. But 18 months, 16 months, that's wild. Like, wow.
Under the
I
age
just
of
hope that
2.
you know, like,
Under the
how much
age
of an
of
impact you've had
2. Wait.
on so many of us. Like my sister, I know I'm just gonna go on for a second because I feel like you need to know this though because that probably was so trippy for you and probably felt like Truman Show vibes and everything. But like, yeah, I would love to read because I love watching.
I didn't know it was a book. But here's the thing though about Raven is I mentioned, you know, my aunt that had raised me, she was always very in the light, very towards the positive. She would always wake me up. This pissed me off, but she would always wake me up on Sunday mornings for church, clip, clapping, saying, "Up and at 'em, rise and shine, chipper, chop, chop." And that's why I would watch SpongeBob and turn it up because she would be like, "Oh, Tyler, why are you playing that?" And I would be like, and so, but the thing is, lucky she liked it though, because SpongeBob was positive, and she really enjoyed when I would watch like That's So Raven and like Raven. Because Raven had such positive vibes and charismatic. And I think now I'm thinking probably too the psychic element, but yeah, but that's the thing. Just really get into that. Like Raven really was such a positive, like happy, charismatic influence, like a way to show off expression and funk and different clothing styles and I had watched the show at the end of last year when I was like kind of rewatching Disney shows and I was like trying, you know, I was Sweet Life and I was like, damn, the show's good. And I was like, That's So Raven, bro. That show was good. It was good. Like some of those shows really hold up, dude.
I love seeing you guys like unwrap it, but no, you need to know, like, you're an icon. But that's insane. But yeah, I guess my form of normalcy isn't very normal either, but it's normal to me and makes me happy and I'm grateful. And
so name something that someone who's quote unquote normal would not think normal but is normal to you. For instance, didn't somebody just say that their normal is never having to go to the bank? They've never been to the bank because didn't Kim Kardashian say something crazy?
No, Kim Kardashian was saying that she doesn't know how much milk is right now or how much eggs cost
that's
right
normal
now.
For her.
And that's just, that is her reality.
So what's your reality? And it's not a flex. We're not trying to flex. We're just explaining that in this industry.
Can I just say one thing really quickly
about
normalcy? I want to say that I don't actually believe there is a normal.
Right.
Yeah. No, truly, I think that there are things that are commonalities, meaning, or there is normalcy in this. You go to a workout, you might get sweaty. you are constipated. Like, oh, it's normal. You take some fiber, you go. Like, those are things that are normal.
You eat too much, you get the itis.
Yeah, those are things that are normal amongst humans. I actually don't think that there is an existence anymore that is just normal or typical, because we all have
it's it literally is a matter of opinion.
What's normal for you is maybe not for me, is for that person. Like, it's just because Kim Kardashian's normal is her normal, and there are going to be a lot of people who can relate to that in her world and in her experience, and then there are going to be people who have no clue what it would mean to, like, not go to a grocery store if you need to put food in your house for your family. Like,
that's so true.
I just think that's how the world works.
And still there are people out here living normal lives. So go back to I'm sorry, my love.
But their normal might not even be normal is what I'm saying.
No, it's probably not, but there is a standard of what people consider just living is, and when you're a celebrity, that's looked at as abnormal. That's all I'm saying. There's like a generalization.
Yes.
Right? So our generalization for me is crafty. I would like to hear yours.
Scared Michael to death. You do have stories to tell, and you do have people to tell the stories to.
I think maybe
my normal is living as a hostage victim that is seeking happiness and pursuit of happiness and passion and delight. Harry Potter status.
Recently that I've noticed is playgrounds, because I have a baby, and
but do I want that to be my normal? No. Okay, support your girl. Show me some love, Chad. Show me some love. Show me some support, bro.
Going to playgrounds, like a very populated playgrounds with a lot of children who have seen Mermaid, is not very safe, I guess. Because I don't know if that sounds weird, but like, no. They're very sweet children, but when they recognize me as Ariel and I'm there with my child trying to play, that I guess is something not normal.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would totally understand that. It doesn't let you experience the normal of a mother playing with their kid, because then you have to turn on for that moment. So you don't even get to experience that normal. And that's what I'm talking about, right? What about you, babes? Name something that is normal for you that you might think is not normal for other people.
Oh, I mean, like learning to drive in the back lot of Warner Brothers. That is like super normal for us. I don't know. I guess, I mean, being like a little studio kid, probably some of the experiences there, that was normal. Like, that was like going to visit my dad at work, where I guess it was interesting to like be someone who was going to visit my dad and then seeing people who had paid to like be on the lot for tours, and for them it was like ooh and ah, and for me it was like I'm literally like running in to like drop something off for him, or just like run and get a sandwich together or whatever. So I guess that maybe
that's
maybe
and
I'm sure other things in my life, even I guess when I just talk about my high school experience and going to school with a lot of famous faces and child actors, people are always kind of like, ooh, I guess the allure really comes from the perceived idea of Hollywood and the glitz and glamour. So growing up in that, people are always like, oh, what is that? But that is...
Did you go to public school?
My normal.
No, I didn't.
She was
I was homeschooled from the 5th grade. So I went for a little bit up until the 5th grade, and then that was it. So I don't have middle school or high school experience.
So that's a normal experience.
That's one.
That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing.
So how did that go?
Well,
unless you can't,
because
unless you're also in a hostage situation, right? You are not able to socialize and be around other people your age, then that's a bad thing. But that was not her circumstance.
What the heck? If Raven Simone went to my high school, I would be like freaking out. Like, what?
It was interesting. So I went from elementary all the way up to high school. Elementary and middle school were all the same people, and so I was able to explain to them that 6 months out of the year I'm going to be here, 6 months out of the year I won't be, and I really can't go here, or I can come here, and all that kind of stuff. When I got to high school, it was a magnet high school. It was called North Springs High School. Shout out.
Chloe went to magnet high school.
Oh, really? Which one?
To
Kittredge Magnet.
Yeah, here in Atlanta. Yeah. And so, yeah, mine was in Atlanta too, North Springs High School. And that one was interesting because my high school above ground was the people that lived in the neighborhood, and we were kind of in the hood a little bit. And then in the basement was all the magnet kids that were shipped in.
What does that mean, magnet? Damn, I gotta look that up because what does that mean? Google. Magnet school. A magnet school is a specialized tuition-free public school focused on particular theme, like STEM, arts, or global studies, to attract diverse students from across a district. Oh, okay, so like science and technology schools, fine and performing arts. Okay. Now that I have been going around random places, right, and like exploring, I have seen more of those. That's so interesting. Typically admitting students via lottery or specific requirements. What does that mean, lottery? Interesting. Admission often uses a lottery system, but may require auditions or have specific criteria, like GT students. I remember I used to get so upset that I was never a GT student in elementary school and all that, and that's why whenever, you were able to select the harder classes in high school, I literally was like, I need to be in that, I have to take the honors classes, I had to take the AP classes, because I wanted to keep up with all that and who I was with and friends with and all that. But yeah, despite what I lacked in necessities and home life and tutoring and any of that, I was able to hold my own. Period. But anyways, that's cool. The performing arts school. I really want to get into that. I really want to know like what those performing arts schools are like. Like, seeing that was the other show I had watched too. And I know that what was it? Kai had talked about it on Mafiathon and had people on from Victorious. And so is that how performing arts schools go? Like, what's the sitch? I don't know. I didn't know they were called magnet schools. That's interesting.
My favorite story from my high school. I'm leaving theater class. I'm going upstairs. I'm going to the bathroom, and I'm looking in the sink, and it's just a sink full of weed. And I'm like, what the hell is that? This is not normal.
You tasted it?
I had never seen it before.
It was just in the sink?
It was just in the sink.
That's crazy that you're
tasting it.
Taste something in
Yo.
a sink that you've never seen before. That is,
it smelled good.
Okay, thank you.
You're like,
it smelled dank. I needed to taste it.
I have to put this in my mouth. I love it.
I got papers. I need to taste it.
Not normal.
Yo.
You're just not normal.
I'm not
That's
normal.
funny.
I preface
That's
with
funny.
that. But
That's funny.
the people above ground, below ground, or whatever, known in the magnet school and who had been there before Usher had been to that school.
Why were there people below ground?
Because that's where all the magnet classes were. We had upstairs, downstairs.
That sounds very...
Usher went here, huh?
Usher went there.
This sounds very, odd, very traffic-y situation. I'm going to be honest.
Wow, cool. I think I know this school then.
Mm-hmm.
And was he above ground?
They got weed in the sink,
English,
people
your
underground,
math, science,
something about Usher.
All of your magnet classes were below ground.
I don't know, honey.
But the people there, thank God I went to that kind of high school because they were aware that that's the high school that comes through.
Yeah.
But the thing that wasn't normal for me was before I entered in some of those schools, I heard that lots of teachers would be like, if you ask her for an autograph, you're going to get a detention.
Oh, wow.
Like if you bothered her in any way. So it was just like that preconceived notion of me coming in that didn't feel normal. So I was talking to my friends now, and they're like, you were super quiet. And I was like, well, there's other reasons why I was quiet, but it was also because I was just on guard, how do I act? I'm around kids my age when I'm used to being around adults. And I think coming back to the normal conversation in this industry that we're in, we're around not always our age bracket.
Yeah. Sometimes you're more used to
you feel more comfortable in front of adults because you're like, I know what to do, da 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 da, and then you get around you get around your peers or like people your age, and you're like, I hope they like me. Like, do I talk? Even today, I still get a bit of like social anxiety with my, my really close in age peers or people that I'm inspired by, like musicians and stuff. If they ask me like, oh, come hang out, I'm like, okay, sure, like that sort of thing. It's exciting, but
that's
it's
really
like,
interesting.
I think it's just a little bit of that not having that social experience too. Like,
I share that social anxiety. I didn't ever feel like I could connect with my peers, and
I feel like their explanation is giving me a whole new understanding of the term social anxiety. Like these things always just sounded like judgments, really, like judgments or nightmares or conditions or like a something to fix. Like I'm at, like, this is actually giving understanding. That's insane.
A lot of time with adults from a very young age, and I remember people would always say, "Oh, Miranda, you're so mature for your age. How old are you?" And I'd be like, "I'm 10." And I was like sitting.
You're so mature, babe.
Women who were like all going through divorces. I'm not even kidding, because my mom, I would hang out with her and her friends, and so they would all sit around and be like, "Oh my gosh, John went over here and he's doing this," and I'd be like, if he's disrespecting you that way, you really should. And people were like, what is happening? Like, why are you here? Yeah. And I was like, because I don't want to hang out with other kids. Yeah. But it kind of bit me in the ass, I think, later on, because I felt so isolated and alienated in my class and with my peers, and I just didn't get along with anyone. And my mom was always like, just wait till you get to college, you'll really blossom, then you'll be around like minds. And then I didn't go to college, so I was like, what the fuck now? But, what is something that each of you do, kind of branching off of what you said about eating weed out of a sink?
Personally, I became like everybody's hype chick, like cheerleader, submissive, taking their emotional burdens and abuses and people pleasing, and then that's what led me to start coping and trying to, just doing what everybody else did and partying and how I look, like, versus any of it actually being about me and who I am as a human. Hey JK, y'all, 3 follows to our next follow goal. 8 subs away from our next sub goal. If you have Amazon Prime, it is completely free to subscribe. Okay? Period.
Like, what is a behavior that you do that you feel like people would be like, oh, that's not normal?
Oh, no.
Or have questions about, or be here, or a habit, or anything like that?
Has anyone actually made it to level 4 before? If you're slightly congested,
not them showing magnetic strips. Talk about algorithms.
Did you find yourself mouth?
I chew ice a lot. Normal to me. Check your iron. Yeah. When I was pregnant, I had to get iron infusions because my iron was so low.
I never did the ice
I have a lot of bad habits, I think. I twist my hair a lot. Like, when I have bad anxiety, I realize my hands are always in my hair. Yeah. Me and my sister do that. I peel off my gel all the time.
I finally stopped with the nail biting, and now I do the nail picking, right? And I'm trying not to, and they're actually growing pretty long. I'm trying not to do that. But that and the lip biting. Bro. And when I was little, like, growing up, I would grind my teeth and that, But yeah. I remember that would be an insult, right? That people would use, like, your teeth are small, man, your teeth like that. Like, literally, because I was a kid, I was so anxious and, like in an unstable environment, and I would grind my teeth when I would sleep at night. See, people just say the most heartless, you know what I'm saying? They just pick at and, like, people's insecurities, and it's like, you literally have no idea what their reality is, what they're going through.
Here,
Try this.
This is a fidget.
We have fidget.
There's two. There's a hard one and there's a soft one.
Maybe this is what I need so I could stay stuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
It helps so much.
I noticed that she has that, and I used to love those things, and I learned that though, like, holding stuff like that actually grounds you in your present reality. So, like, the things, the fears, the anxieties that we have, right, they're our brain holding, in our body holding those from past experiences. So we often, like, that's how you get those triggers, right? That's why you react to certain people a certain way, because it reminds you or your body of something, of a previous encounter. And so being grounded in the present tells your system, your nervous system, your insides, like, that you are here, you're not there. And so I find that so interesting, and I really want to start, where are my crystals? I want to start having little knickknacks like that, like the fidget spinners, the jelly things, like the sensory items, right? The sensory items that they have. And I worked at a development center and things like that. Out of body experience. I don't know if that's how I would term it. Because to me, when you say out of body experience, for me, that sounds like a positive. So, like, that's when I'm coming out of my body, like I'm living. So I don't know. But, like in these instances, it feels more like you're caged in and trapped in the body. When it's like, you are one, you are one with your body. Well, we all are spirits inside of bodies. It would be cool to be a ghost. Yeah. But we all are, like, we are spirits inside of bodies. When our body passes, the spirit just comes out. Right?
Because one of my fidgety things, something that isn't normal about me, I've been told a million times, is that I picked my belly button.
Pick your belly button.
Yeah, so as a kid...
Her face is like, oh, I don't know how to... you picked your... Okay. That was so
like,
sweet.
some kids have pacifiers.
But the development centers, in child places and stuff, they have all these sensory items for kids, bro, and it's so nice. Like, I want these sensory items.
Kids suck their thumbs.
Neurodivergent.
Reason,
Normalcy.
I picked my belly button at a very, like,
that is
literally,
odd.
it was my belly. It was, like, the thing. My mom would be like, stop doing it. And I was like, it's my belly. My choice.
I can do what I want with my belly.
I remember I had a housekeeper around, I was, like, maybe, probably 5 or so years old. And she is so vivid. She was dressing me. She had me standing on the bed. She was putting a shirt over my head, and I was picking my belly button. And she swats my hand away, and she was like, stop, that's disgusting. You're never going to have a boyfriend if you hit. And I was like,
ew. It really be like that.
But I was like, I literally remember at 5 being like, great, I don't
Dude,
want to.
I told y'all about my grandma. She, and it's sad. I love that old lady. I got her an Elvis shirt the other Christmas, but, you really just got to, it comes at a point though. But she used to yell at me at Sunday dinners, right? My grandpa, again, he loved to cook, and he would do these Sunday feasts we would do after church. I used to hate it because they would call it Sunday dinner, and I was like, it's not dinner, it's lunch. But and he would ring the dinner bell, and like a whole cattle thing. It was like a whole thing, right? And it would always just be drama. But my grandma would yell at me about eating my food. She would be like, you need to eat everything on your plate, like, or, you're ungrateful or whatever. But then, so that dynamic went on, and I was just like a really young, sensitive kid. So she did that. And then, as I got older, like, was coming into like 8 years old, like, my mom didn't cook. She would always be sleeping or working as a single mom, and so I would just grab whatever I could, or like, whatever sugary snacks were there. And I started to gain weight, obviously, inevitably. And my older sister, she had experienced her own horrible, bullying in school and stuff, because my grandparents always fed her and give her fast food and stuff. Yeah, the old people do be beefy. And so she ended up having, it was just this really, again, talk about vivid experiences. It was a really intense, like, I don't know, she felt the need to sit me down and, and I, whatever. But she would scream at me. It was just a really intense conversation, and she would told me, like, as you get older, everyone's going to make fun of you. No one is going to like you. Like, you're never going to have a boyfriend. You're never going to have friends. Like, if you're fat, the word fat, like, basically your life will be hell. Like, everything will be horrible if you're fat. Like, you'll never be loved or liked. And so it was like that, and then watching, not that I blame, but so then I was watching The Girls Next Door. I was watching The Simple Life, like, the early 2000s stuff, and I was told all the, and I've been through, told you, there are videos of that, but that intense kind of body image projection and issues that are placed onto you at such a young, impressionable age. And, like, that's why, it really does start at that age with kids, and now probably even younger, again, because of how people speak around their children and the constant AI images. Even, like, I still have these, even as someone that is, like, more comfortable realizing, it's my spirit, it's not my body or what I look like, and just, like, there are kids that are growing up completely online, being compared and seeing these comments and seeing other people, and it's like, dude, at least I didn't have social media until I was a teenager, but yeah, just that body image issue stuff. And then from there, then you start getting friends with the preteens, and we had Tumblr, and we would be using and looking at all the literally thinspo, and all these horrible things and shows like Skins, and telling people, showing images on what to do to your body and how to starve yourself, especially as young women, like telling you that that's how you earn love and have an ideal body look. And friends start swapping, Tumblr was cursed, and friends start swapping ideas on how to eat less, and I remember this very specifically, this one sleepover, this girl was like, I just eat until I'm the littlest bit full, and then I don't eat anymore. And it was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but and it's 12, 13 years old having these conversations, but yeah, I think that's been the biggest change for me, right? Is because in the last year, I had gotten so I had given up on everything, right? And I just was consuming, and I don't and so I had gotten really large, and just, that's why I don't make it about, I really don't want to make it about, I've been working out for my body and for my health and for my mind, and tonight, doing the dancing, that was fun, and you work up a sweat, and that feels good in your body, and just realizing, it's not about, no matter who I am or where I go, I have a good time, and I meet, and I have good conversations, and I meet people, and I am who I am. I'm not what my body is. I'm not what size I'm wearing, or what clothes I'm wearing, or what I look like on the outside if I have makeup on or hair straight, and you know what I'm saying? It's just really, really sad that people place all these things and make themselves so sad inside and weigh themselves down with these things, when it's you're missing out. This is your one life, and you're putting all this judgment and hate and restriction on yourself. and it's not easy to work out of, and that's what a lot of, you know, my journey has been, and our journeys are as human beings are.
Boyfriend, let me go to my belly. But it's just a nervous habit and kind of a comfort habit that it started at a very young age, obviously. And once I started using my fidgets, I really like went away from my stomach. I've put it all
like this
here.
one.
People think this is like a breast implant.
This is
Yeah.
so nice.
It did look like that, Loki.
I think I like the spiky one.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
What is that?
Girl,
What is it?
That's a pain. So
It's called the ouchie.
people have pain stems, and that is one that triggers that neurological whatever you're looking for when you're picking or pulling. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Right?
That's amazing. Where did you get this?
She got it for
I
us.
got it for her because the man that created these, his wife picked really, really severely. This does feel great. And yeah, he invented them for her. But I'll send you the link. They're
And
on
this one's
Amazon.
broken. I've been like dismantling it.
Wow.
I'm torn if I want to tell my secret or not, you guys. It's kind of, I need to pick a different one because I think I'll be
Tell
embarrassed.
it. Do I know it?
Then we can cut it.
But I think you guys will all judge me.
Wait, whisper it in my ear and I'll tell you.
Hey, this is a safe. Oh. This is a safe space, open heart and open mind. Exactly, you get one life and time stops for no one. That's right.
It's so
Period,
disgusting. It's just so disgusting.
So I won't do it? I'm not going to do that one.
It's
No, I'm
like,
not going to do it.
I feel like
I'm not going to do it. I'm going to think of another one.
it's just disgusting. I'm like, I feel like everyone in this room would still like you, but then like people will low-key talk shit about you.
But I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Okay, I'll tell you in private, but not right now. Okay,
You do not need to tell Helen that in private at all. In private, let me tell you, you don't want that in public or private.
Okay,
It's all
okay.
good.
Okay, let me think of something else. Something I do. What is the question?
What's something
like a weird thing you do?
Yeah, like what's something that you do that people find abnormal?
That people find
that
abnormal.
is normal to you.
Okay.
A lot.
No.
Everything.
This is recent though.
Okay.
When I'm laying down, my big toe and my second toe tend to pull on my baby toe on the other foot.
I'm sorry.
Wait,
the toes
how?
on your left foot are pulling on your baby toe right foot?
Yeah.
So this
That
is the
is
left
so-
foot, this is the right foot. They cross each other, and then
then I go like this.
Oh, so maybe it's comforting.
It is, and I just pull my baby toe.
But you pull it while you're asleep?
Yeah, I do. And then it
Wow, that's
baby toe.
interesting.
And it goes on both sides. I have to flip over and do the other side too.
You must be flexible because
My toes are quite malleable.
I couldn't do has a baby toe problem.
I'll show you before you leave. How
you
it's-
can do.
You don't have to show her that.
That's really
Oh my god.
I think she wants to see my baby toe.
It's like, I need to leave immediately. Don't put me in a corner alone.
Okay. I don't know. My left, I was just gonna say, my left toe, like my left foot, my toes will, like I can space them out, right? But I can't do that on my right foot. My right toes don't do that. And that weirds me out. Because why do my left, like why can I flex or space out, extend, whatever the words are, on my left toes, but my right toes don't move. They stay huddled. I find that very odd. You can move both? I've never actually, as much as I Google and AI things, I've never actually asked that question. If other people's can move like that. That's crazy.
Raven, please save this girl. That's crazy. Yeah, Raven has a baby toe thing because she'll ask me to pull her baby toe, and this is the thing.
Oh, I did. I do love that. I do love that when people pull your toes for you. I do love that.
That is her baby toe.
To crack them.
Let's say that this is the size of her baby toe, okay? And then she'll be like, please just pull it. And then I'll pull it, and then it's this long. I'm like, no wonder you're miserable.
Is it curling?
It's
so you need the release of the pull.
So compressed. Yeah. And then she goes like this. And then she goes, oh, I feel it in my jaw. Well, the body's all connected to the body.
Whatever.
It's crazy.
So funny.
You know what is also really fun and whatever to do and normal on this show is to toast.
Let's toast. Let's toast.
Yay!
Tea time. Tea.
Today on the podcast, we are toasting to the Indie Christmas Caroling Big Band.
What up, Indie Christmas Caroling Big Band?
What?
Every year on Christmas Eve, a group of 50-plus volunteers from all over the country come together for one purpose.
One purpose.
To uplift the spirits of those who need it most through music.
Yes.
One fam.
You better watch
One fam.
Not you, baby.
Dan Nix, the creator of
Y'all join the One fam.
the band, brings these volunteers together to go door to door.
You're on a toast stream. We are. And we are talking a lot about toast.
And create a morning full of joy for the ill, families that are struggling with loss, and for our first responders, the elderly, and anyone who has had a tough year and just needs a touch of holiday spirit.
That's very nice. Dan Nix, I'm really proud of you. Well done for taking time out of your...
Oh my God, it's Laura Nix's brother.
Dan, don't try to sneak up in here with these toasts.
Laura. wait.
Isn't it really her brother?
Yes, of course it is.
Laura is the singer.
Laura!
Oh my God, Laura, give us a quick little, let me hear.
Nope. It's Christmas time.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
Up the hills we go, laughing all the way.
Bells on my telly.
Hey, making spirits
I
bright.
just want to say thank you to all of the carolers that go around and take time out of their day to make sure that others can smile. That is the time for the season.
Honestly, honestly, that was one of my. Hey, thanks for the follows, y'all. We are 2 follows away from our next follow goal. 2 follows away from our next follow goal, y'all. That was one of my favorite things in Girl Scouts. That was the only activity that my mom, again, she was a single mom working all the time. That was the only activity that I was allowed to be in because it didn't cost anything, right? But that's why it was so impactful for me. And also I got to go camping. I got to do different things. I got to learn social and emotional. I still have the books and the vests in my closet there. But learning, it's also how I found out I love horseback riding and stuff. But what was I saying? Oh, Christmas caroling. That was one of my favorite memories. It was Christmas. We had a little holiday party and we went Christmas caroling in this neighborhood, and it was so fun for me. It was so fun. I really enjoyed it. And I think, like they're saying, Christmas caroling is just such a beautiful thing. Like, nowadays people would be angry. Like, why are you at my door? Leave it at the Ring doorbell to shut up. But it was such a beautiful thing, and the people were happy to hear it. The people were happy to have people like, the young kids coming in singing and being jolly. Like, it was beautiful. Yeah. Hey, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. The Batmobile lost the wheel and the Joker got away.
Not recently, over the many years where big companies come in and tell you to buy stuff because that's what the holiday season's about. It's not really about that. It's about sharing, loving, and empathy. And people like this, Laura, her brother, the Indie Christmas Caroling Big Band, they understand the power of...
Wow, the way they put that, and really Jesus was literally get into that, the symbolism and the meaning of that. He literally was born in a manger on Christmas, because God, knowing all, knew that humans would come to this, when it was really just about being grounded with the earth and love and community and belief. Amazing.
Of song and the power of love. And
Which by the way, I gotta get this out because I've been thinking it and been wanting to say it. Is I told y'all I've been reading my Bible over the course of this year since I gave up the vaping and started taking care of myself and on my journey of self-discovery and all that. I'm still holding my crystals. And what stuck out to me the other day that really made me see things differently, and I had read it before, but you know, sometimes I flip to random pages and I'll see like what sticks out to me that day after I read whatever passage I'm on, and it always fits, or gives encouragement, right? And I came the other day, as I told you, I've been struggling real bad, and well, always, but I got to the point that really made me see, like, again, with the epic hero sagas and people and life journeys, I got to where it said, flip to the page, and what jumped out at me on the page was Jesus. I think it was when he was talking to, I don't know if it was before the cross, and he's sitting there and he's like talking about the truth, and the guy's like, what is the truth? See, y'all were talking like that back then, like, damn. But Jesus had said before that he was like, maybe it was a different passage, but I came across that passage in the same setting. But literally Jesus was saying, if you people who have undergone true injustice know the will of God. So, and I think, like, you know, just you as a person, like, you don't need other people's validation. Just knowing and reading that, like, for me, that did something, because it's like I don't have to prove anything to anybody else, because it said it right there. People that have undergone true injustice know the will of God. You can't handle the truth. That's right. A lot of people can't.
Connection, and I think that's more important than, you know, my wife buying me a new fidget for Halloween, for Christmas.
I don't know, they're both pretty important. Do you have a favorite Christmas
Would be helpful
song or album?
Ooh, of course, Mariah, everything. Mariah is the queen.
Christmas queen.
And then also the Destiny's Child Christmas album. Yeah. So amazing. Yeah. So good.
It does a Christmas to me.
Yeah. Love it. Our
Thank
top
you.
two, babes. Started off.
Oh.
We love a Frank Sinatra Christmas.
I was gonna say Frank. Thank
That's
goodness you said
nice.
that. Frank, Bing Crosby,
D. Martin.
I do appreciate it, but I was feeling that vibe like last Christmas, and also when I was diving into the new. It was like the old and the new were upon me last Christmas, bro. And like all I was doing at that period of time, because that's when I was going through this huge beginning of my breakthrough. All I did was listen to music. Legit. And that's what, again, that musical healing is what helped me get off of these substances and coping mechanisms and begin my journey this year. But yeah, music, bro. Art.
I want it all down.
Song, whatever. There's literally, again, music, art, dreams, nature, all these things are the spirit. They are biblical. They are spiritual. They are human.
Dream that.
Y'all, she's really in her thing today.
That's sweet. Thanks so much. She said that was sweet.
I like it.
Thank you. You're so supportive. I love it. You can come back anytime. I am so happy that you're here.
Please, even though everybody knows you already,
Where
let
can
us
we
know
find
your
you?
socials.
Oh my gosh, yes, my socials are just my name, Halle Bailey, on Instagram, Twitter. I'm sorry, I don't call it X.
No one does.
Twitter and TikTok. Yeah.
And is there anything new coming out or exciting? That we
Yes,
can...
actually, I just put out an album.
Hell yeah!
Oh
It's
yeah,
called Love or Something Like It, and
that's cute. I forgot. I think I have it saved actually. It's just we're literally constantly streaming, constantly, you know, every day's a new, like constantly taking care of myself, moving forward. Oh, damn. So it's like, you know, it's hard to keep keep up with everything. Oh, she's got Glow and Mariah the Scientist on the album? And her and Chloe on there. And her? Oh my god. Dude, I need to listen to this album, bro. I need to listen to this album. We might do that. We might do that tomorrow or something. Period.
It talks about my journey over the last like 4 or 5 years of my life.
Wow.
Really after Mermaid, I've ventured into this, like, I felt like it was my college experience of like, this is my life, I'm a woman, I'm falling in love, doing what I want, and and nobody's gonna tell me nothing, and just explaining all of the kind of highs and lows of what it was to kind of find myself and get to the place I am now as a 25-year-old now, I'm getting old. And
she's 25.
She's a baby. And yeah, I'm very excited, and I hope people just go listen to it. And
we're gonna listen to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna download it.
Yeah.
Yay! You like
literally, bro. Hey. Oh, not me. Said now I'm like now we know what now we know what now we know what
yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that. That threw me off. But I'm like, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to listen to that tomorrow, and watch the Speed and Mr. Beast video tomorrow, because after this, we're done.
Love that. I love painting too.
Oh, let's have a paint party.
That would be fun.
And we bring the baby, so all babies sit.
Aww.
Oh my gosh, okay, great. Well, he and I can paint together, and then you guys can paint together, and then everyone will be on the same level, so
I miss doing crafts with
fun.
kids.
Oh my gosh.
They said that our painting set on the level of a 2-year-old.
You got it. There we go. You know, Montessori schools, they teach real well. And since I opened the show, I'll let you close it this time. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for watching today's episode of Tea Time with Raven and Miranda. I don't usually close the show, so I don't really know what to say, but I'm going to say like, comment, subscribe. Share it with your mama, and...
That's not mine.
Well, that's what I'm supposed to use your lines, because I'm closing the show. Share it with your mother, try Weetabix, and enjoy your day. Thank you! Bye, everyone! Wayfarer's 3 ways to holiday your...
Period. That was so good. The episodes are always good. They always take me on a psychological excavation and teach me something. Period. All right. But y'all, samesies. Like, follow, sub, join the Discord. Check out my clips page on TikTok. And I love y'all. See you tomorrow. Good night.